Hey guys, welcome back to the Fergie Time podcast. Today we will be watching Chelsea versus Manchester City, an absolutely massive match. I am buzzing for this one. I want to get your guys' score predictions down below in the live chat and who you think the goal scorers will be. Alright guys, let's see who's here in the chat down below. I see Harry is here. Welcome, Harry. Welcome, the True Lion. Welcome, Mahmood. Welcome, Amna. Welcome, Josh. Welcome, Football Days. Welcome, Harish. Thank you guys for all tuning in. The support is very much appreciated, and I cannot wait to watch this match with you guys. Usman says 3-1 Man City win. Amna, hello. How are you doing? Josh says the Leicester versus Newcastle game is intense. I've seen Leicester were up 2-0, I believe, but maybe Newcastle are coming back. Fill me in there, Josh. And yeah, guys, if you're enjoying the live stream, smash the like button. Our like goal today will be 30 likes. I see Yusuf is here. Arant is here. Great to have so many of you guys with us. It's nice to be back. Harry's back as well. Good to have you back, Harry. And Mamu goes 2-0 Chelsea. All right, guys. I'm going to run you through the starting 11s, and then I will go into my score prediction for this match. But as I do so, like I said, leave your score prediction and who you think the goal scorers will be. All right, guys, starting 11 for Chelsea. We have Mendy in goal, Azpilicueta at right back, Zuma and Thiago Silva as the center backs, Chilwell as the left back, Kovacic, Conte, and Mount as the midfield three, Ziyech, Werner, and Pulisic up top. And then on the bench, Kepa, Jorginho, Kai Havertz, Tammy, Billy Gilmore, Emerson, Rudiger, Hudson-Odoi, and Giroud. Moving over, to Manchester City. Manchester City line up in their typical 4-2-3-1 with Stefan in goal. Shout out, the American. Right back, Cancelo. Center back, Stones and Diaz. Left back, Zinchenko. Gundogan and Rodri as the central defensive midfielders, Silva, De Bruyne, Foden, and then up top, Raheem Sterling, with notably Sergio Aguero on the bench, Fernandinho, Mahrez, Mendy, Harwood Bellis, Delap, and Carson. This City team looking pretty thin on the bench. Normally they're the team with a lot of depth. Today we're not necessarily seeing it in the same way. Alright, it's gonna be very, very interesting today, lads. And the reason for this is because for me, Manchester City, without Aguero starting, are not the same side. Going forward, just not nearly as good. Chelsea, however, have been very poor recently. Their recent run of form has been quite shocking if we're looking at the Premier League table to compare these two sides. Sitting in 6th position on 26 points are Chelsea. However, sitting in 8th, also on 26 points, with 2 games in hand, is Manchester City. So far, City are having the better season for sure, all right? Aspi was in Chelsea a long time ago. Yes, Azpilicueta getting the start. Reece James has suffered an injury and has been out for a little while now, so that makes sense. 2 Americans playing each other. Who you picking, mate? Honestly, I can't pick either side. I don't like Chelsea necessarily or Man City either. So I'm a neutral in this one. I'm doing it as so. I hope both of them have a fantastic game. Maybe I'd edge to Pulisic just because he is the poster child of American football, but that's all I gotta say. Anyways, guys, if you're enjoying the live stream thus far, make sure to smash the like button, share your score predictions. Now for my score predictions, here we go. My score prediction, I am going with a 2-1 Manchester City win. Yes, I think Manchester City will get it done today. Recently, their form has been pretty good. Looking at their recent form, their last 5, they are undefeated as opposed to Chelsea, who have only 1 win in their last 5 matches. I think that's very telling to me. On top of that, what else would I add to it? I think City's defense has been fantastic this year. 12 goals against, fewest in the Premier League. I know, at the beginning of the season, we were ripping City's defense apart. Well, the revival of John Stones. Plus, on top of that, this is very important to mention, on top of that, you have Ruben Dias coming in. And the City defense is now pretty solid. The best in the Premier League according to goals against, which I think is fair enough. All right? And this Chelsea side, they're good in their own defensive right. But really where Chelsea are elite is going forward. 31 goals in the Premier League. Some of the most, whereas City have actually struggled going forward. So I just find it all very, very interesting. Welcome, Raymond. Thank you for tuning in. He says, hi, Aiden. Mahmood says, Josh, what team do you support? Josh, let him know. Arsenal played beautiful football yesterday. Yes, they did. And my guy, Kieran Tierney, was absolutely brilliant. Now, I put up a poll on my Instagram, the Fergie Time podcast. Go follow me over there. And guess what people were saying, lads? Guess what they were saying in the poll? They had, I did a Tierney Chilwell comparison, and it looks like Chilwell's actually just come back and taken the lead 21-20. Not happy about that. But again, very close. I still would edge it to Tierney, but I know people have differing opinions. All right, let's see what other people are saying in the chat. I thought last season City would come back stronger, but they aren't their usual self this season. Yusuf, now I just want to warn you, there's this narrative out there about Manchester City not playing very well, not being themselves. Trust me, guys, they're starting to turn it around, all right? They are starting to turn it around, all right? And that is very, very important for us all to remember. Manchester City are starting to turn things around. Their recent form has been very good. They're playing better defensively. They're getting Aguero back integrated into the side. So it's important for us to remember, guys, and something that I think City are right in the title race. For me, like if I'm looking at teams in the title race, I would go Liverpool, United, Leicester, Tottenham, Everton, maybe, but Man City for sure. I don't know, for me personally, if I believe Chelsea are in the title race. That's just my opinion, but I just don't know. I think today, though, it is important to remember that Ziyech is back. Ziyech has been Chelsea's best player all season. He's such a good player, and going forward is the one that is that special, really. So anyways, guys, I want to get your guys' score predictions. I know some of you have shared, but I want to hear from more of you. What is your score prediction down below in the live chat? Who do you think the goal scorers will be today? My goal scorers, who am I going to go with? This is going to be a difficult one, but I'm going to go with Ziyech and his return. And then for City, I'm going to go De Bruyne and Silva. Actually, is Ferran Torres available? Looking like Ferran Torres is not available today. Yes, I'm going to go Bernardo Silva and De Bruyne to score for Manchester City. Leicester just got a 2-1 win, guys, in the other match that is going on right now. That's a big 3 points for Leicester, moving them very close to both Liverpool and Manchester United. Remember now, Liverpool and Manchester United both have a game in hand. Excuse me. All right, here we go. Let's see what other people are saying. Raymond is going with a City win 2-1. All right, I'm back in that, Raymond. We got the same prediction. Love to hear it. Omna says Man City 2-0. The Orm Show says a 1-1 draw. All right, so people, so far it's looking like maybe there's a little more support from City. Let me scroll up here. I did see some Chelsea ones earlier, though. And guys, I also want to know your goal scorers. Who do you think will be bagging? Who do you think will be grabbing the goals today? Let's see what other people are saying in the chat down below. Yeah, just let me know goal scores. Let me know goal scores. I'm just kind of scrolling through here, seeing if I missed anything important. Azpilicueta will play his 400th match today. That is a very cool statistic. And guys, like I said, if you're enjoying the live stream, smash the like button. We are aiming for 30 likes on today's stream. It would be amazing if we could hit that in our little return from our 2-week break or so. But yeah, expect more consistent content on here. I've got some big plans for this channel in 2021, and I am excited to kind of go on that journey with you guys. So anyways, okay, he's still talking to Josh there. I support Manchester United. Love to hear it, Omna. And Omna, I have now a Manchester United channel, Fergie's United fan channel, where I stream all the United games and do United content. So definitely make sure you are subscribed to that, because that is the place to be for United content in 2021. In terms of how I see this game playing out, I think it'll be interesting because both teams like to play this open, expansive, possession-oriented style where they're pinging the ball around the pitch, free-flowing, open, very important to remember. And I think that will be huge today. I think that will be huge. I think this open style will leave it open. This open style will allow both teams to get at each other, okay? As opposed to just one team keeping the ball and the other team sitting in like we've seen with Chelsea Spurs. I think this time, since both teams are going to be expansive and open, it'll leave just a more open game. It'll be very exciting, and I do think we will have an exciting game on our hands. True Lion says Foden is dangerous. Foden is a very good player. Yeah, Foden is a fantastic player. I'm a big fan of Phil Foden. True Line says it looks like you just woke up. Yeah, I kind of did to the True Line. It's like 8 a.m. here. I'm a little tired, but I'm buzzing for the match, and I'm sure as soon as we get going, that will wear off. But Liverpool and Man United are rivals, says Omna. Yes, they tend to be rivals. Let's see what other people are saying here. Chelsea got all the players they need, says Josh. So Josh, guys, Chelsea fans, do you think Chelsea will win the league this season? Guys, share down below in the chat who you think will win the Premier League. I am very curious, as always, to get to know what you guys are thinking about that. And yeah, again, I want to pull out some key players from this match. Who do I think will need to step up today for both sides, all right? I'm looking at, I think Thiago Silva will need to have a big match. You know, the way he leads this Chelsea backline, he is clearly the brains behind the backline, the one facilitating, the one organizing, I think is so key, the vocal one. Thiago Silva will need a big match today against this Man City side. And then I'm looking at Ziyech and Pulisic. I think they're going to need to step up today. I think a goal will either come for Pulisic or Ziyech. Again, I said Ziyech, but I think either could really score, and I think they both need to step up today. We remember last time what Pulisic did against Manchester City, all right? So we need that kind of performance from both of them today. Looking over to Manchester City, I think big performances will need to be done from Rodri and Gundogan, all right? That's a very important position for City, that central defensive midfield. And Fernandinho has taken a step back, all right, in terms of his career. He's getting a little older. They're going to need to be top class today. I think the other player, per usual, Kevin De Bruyne. He's got to be at his best today, you know? We cannot have Kevin De Bruyne not playing his best in the top matches, all right? That is such an important thing to remember, all right? Let's see what other people are saying in the chat there. United will win the Prem. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Are we contenders? Yes. Do I think we will win the Prem at this point? I'm not going to go that far. I think that's a little risky, all right? That's all I've got to say. A little risky at this point. There's still a lot of the Premier League season left. Chelsea will never win the league until I turn 80 or more, says Mahmood. I hope so as well, Mahmood. Liverpool for the title, but I will be back. Man United, will back Man United for the title too. No, I think the thing is, guys, looking at the Premier League table now, it is insanely close. All right. Manchester United and Liverpool are on top of the Premier League with 33 points. But then there's a handful of teams that are like kind of right in the mix. 6 points off. I mean, it is insanely close. Such an important thing to remember that anything can change in the Premier League, all right? Raymond says Chelsea have to be disappointed so far this season. So many people thought they will be title contenders with so many signings they made. I won't write them off yet. Raymond, I do agree, but I think also people, I'm not going to say all people, but people who understand and have watched the Premier League for a long time knew that Chelsea would have an adjustment period, all right? It's not going to happen overnight with this side. They're going to go through ups and downs and bumps, and because they're a new team and they're still gelling, still creating that identity. And I think we'll see actually next year they come back much stronger. But this year we'll see what we've seen, like a run of really good 6 games, a bad 6 games, good 6 games, bad 6 games. And I think that's what we'll continue to see from Chelsea. But I think as the season goes on, we'll only see them get stronger. I thought they maybe would have clicked a little sooner, though. I do agree with that. But then again, they've had some injuries to some of their key players like Ziyech and others. I don't know. It's a weird one with Chelsea, and I think Frank Lampard has some questions to ask. Guys, I want to make this crystal clear to everyone here. I want to make this crystal clear, all right? Arsenal sitting in 11th position on 23 points. If Chelsea lose today, Arsenal and Chelsea would have played the same amount of games, and Chelsea would only be 3 points ahead of Arsenal. Let that sink in, Chelsea fans. Now, I know Chelsea fans are very impatient. And at some point, if Arsenal were to pass Chelsea, now it wouldn't surprise me if Frank Lampard were to get the boot, because they are very impatient at Stamford Bridge. But that's mental to me, to think that in the near future, if Chelsea lose back-to-back matches in the next week, they could fall below Arsenal. That is insane to me. That or be on joint amount of points with Arsenal. That is absolutely insane to me, and it's possible because next week Arsenal play Palace, And Chelsea, who do they play next week? Chelsea don't play, but then they play Fulham. So maybe it would take a little more time, but still, Arsenal and Chelsea are not that in that different positions, all right? That is an extremely important thing to remember. And I know that came as a surprise to me. I'm sure that's probably a surprise to many of you. All right, let's see what other people are saying. Josh says Man United are unlikely to win the Premier League as well. I don't think they're necessarily unlikely. I just think it's so far out and there's so many teams so close that how can anyone really predict it and have an idea of what's going to occur? All right, let's see what other people are saying here in the chat. Mahmoud says, this is why I think Ole in. They did not give him the players he needed, but he's still doing good. Better than Frank Lampard, says Mahmoud. Mahmoud, let's be real. They did give Ole a good amount of money and a good amount of players. So I do think, yes, Ole in till the end of the season, then we can reevaluate. That's just my stance on it, but I understand what you mean. I think sometimes Ole gets hate, where other managers, if they were doing the same thing, they would be praised. So that's kind of my 2 cents on it. Amna says, if Ole signs someone like Bruno in the transfer, we will win the Premier League. And that's going to be very important. And that's why, guys, go follow FUFC News on Instagram. That is my Manchester United Instagram account where I keep you up to date with all the top-tier Manchester United news. Sandro's here, my guy. How are we doing, Sandro? Sandro, I want to let you know this, or I want to ask you this, excuse me. I want to know what your score prediction is, who you think the goal scorers would be, and what are your thoughts on Kai Havertz being left on the bench? Of course, you were following the Bundesliga, our Bundesliga correspondent. What are your thoughts on the Havertz transition to Chelsea, and why do you think it has gone so wrong this season? Of course, he's very young. I expect him to bounce back, but this year in particular, what's gone wrong for Kai Havertz, Sandro? Let me know down below in the chat. And Lampard got it. Not all, but most of the players he needed. Yes, 100%. But so, Ole's gotten a decent amount of cash as well, so I think it's not really fair to be like last year, Lampard didn't get any transfers and did fantastic. So, we'll see. I think Chelsea will rebound. I think they'll be competitive. We've just got to see, and see what patience Chelsea fans truly do have. Mount or Foden, says the true Lion. Right now, as of this moment, I would probably go Mount, but long-term, definitely Phil Foden. I mean, the potential that kid has is just special. Sandro says, what's the speech Chelsea fans like to say? Or say like, glory, glory, Man United. I believe it's up the Blues. You got to ask the Chelsea fans. Honestly, I don't know. H. Huss, can United actually win the league? Great question, H. Huss. I think there's the potential for it, but again, it's so far out. It is so close. There are multiple 10 teams that could win the Premier League as of this moment here. Probably the top 7, more realistically. The top 7, anyone in the top 7 could probably win the Premier League. But is there a shout for United? Yes. What is it going to take, H. Huss? It's going to take consistent performances. We can't have just a good stretch of 10 games and then fall off. We're going to have a good stretch of 10 games. If we have some sort of divot, we have to bounce right back. And what I mean is like a bad performance and we're right back to ourselves. Can't take 3, 4, 5 games to return to our normal selves. So, yes, there is the potential. Will it take a while? Will it be hard? Will it be difficult? 100%. All right, here, guys. Let me make sure my laptop is charging. Got to make sure we're able to stream. Make sure my laptop doesn't die later. I just noticed that. There we go. All right, guys. Let's see what other people are saying in the chat. I see Ryan's career mode is here, my guy. How are we doing, Ryan? How are you feeling after that Leicester City win, mate? Let me know down below in the chat. I know you're probably buzzing off it. Leicester moving not up in the Premier League table, but closing the gap between them and United or them and Liverpool in case those two sides do drop points soon. And Mahmoud also takes Foden. Good to hear. Sandro thinks, I hope Havertz can get back in form. I think he has to build up more muscle and actually play on the 10 position, not the 8 or the 6. Sandro, you took the words out of my mouth with regards to the 10. I do 100% agree with that. I don't know why you would play him. It's kind of like Bruno Fernandes. If you played him as a 6 or an 8, he would just be ineffective compared to him as a 10. Not that he would be bad, but he wouldn't be as effective as he was playing a young player at a position when he clearly has such a defined one. I think it's just a bad decision by Frank Lampard, and I don't know why you would buy a player for 80 million to then play him out of position. That doesn't make any sense for me. I mean, if that's your guy, why would you do that? Right choice to put him on the bench, but Havertz was incredible in the Bundesliga. Great point there, Sandro. Josh says, most people predict Man City for the win, and yes, I predict a 2-1 Manchester City win today. Their form is very good, and that is extremely important to remember. And guys, if you're enjoying the live stream, smash the like button. We are let's aim for 30 likes on today's stream. We'll see if we can hit it, but I'm excited to see if we can. Anyways, I'm going to pull up the game on my screen. It's not quite started yet, but I want to be ready for when it does kick off here. And it's going to be a big match. I'm buzzing. I'm genuinely buzzing. I live for these big Premier League matches. The thing is we got to wait and see. We've genuinely got to wait and see how it'll play out. Because I just don't know. This season has been so crazy. Like, I think in previous years, if we had seen this match, both teams would have gone after it. But there's been so many times this season where teams have just been relatively complacent, relatively happy with the draw. Today, however, I do not think that will occur. Give me 1 second, guys. Apologies. I'm signing in here to the streaming service I use to watch the match. Got to make sure I got it pulled up so we do not miss anything. And I'll make sure once the game starts to sync it so those of you watching the match can be synced up with the commentary I am doing. Gonna have a sip of water just to stay hydrated in 2021 like you guys should be doing as well. All right, here we go. It's loading up on my screen. I see some other people in the chat. Raymond says, do you think Werner has been a flop so far? His misses have been a meme. Raymond, I do not think Werner is a flop so far. I think his start, could it have been better? Yes, but it also could have been much worse as well. I think he showed some encouraging signs too. I mean, 4 goals, 4 assists, 16 matches. That's not terrible. I think, again, for most players, for the majority of players, the Premier League has an adjustment period, and sometimes we forget that, and it's so important to remember. Not everyone just fits into the Premier League seamlessly, and I think Havertz is more concerning than Werner, and I know Havertz is younger, but his performances have been Havertz hasn't even looked good against West Brom, against some of these lower tier Premier League clubs, whereas Werner maybe has struggled against some of the top competition, but against the lower sides has definitely been dominant. So I think Werner will just be a little more of adjustment. I think there's differences in terms of speed of play, maybe a little bit and whatnot. Sandro says, I predict 2-2 IDKY. I hope Werner scores. Says Sandro, yay. Sancho finally scored. Good for him. I know his form hasn't been as good. That said, if I'm Manchester United, I am not giving $100 million for Jadon Sancho. I'm spending that money on Jack Grealish. You get me. I'm behind it. Ryan says, very happy with the win. A point behind first. And Yuri Tielemans showing why he's one of the best midfielders in the league. Yes, Tielemans is a fantastic player. I think he's very underrated and someone that people don't necessarily pay enough attention to. Sandro says Havertz should have taken Goretzka as an example. He was not good and then built up muscle, did not lose speed, and got really, really good. Sandro, that's a good point. Now, does he need to be as ripped as Goretzka? No, he does not. Not everyone needs to be that big, but can he definitely add a little bit of muscle? Yes, I do think that would help him, because at times we've seen him get muscled off the ball in the Premier League, and I think that's a great perspective there, Sandro. I think it'll finish 0-0, says Ryan. Wow. Ryan, I hope not. I hope we didn't come on the stream for another 0-0 match. There's been too many of them this year. Havertz, big flop at Chelsea for the moment, but again, guys, I don't think you can really diagnose a flop until a year or two into it, especially with a kid that's 19, 20, 21 years old. He's very young. I would be patient. I would be very, very patient. All right, guys, if you're enjoying the live stream thus far, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe if you are new to the channel. The players have taken the pitch now. We are getting ready. There's Stefan, the American, warming up in goal. Let's see what other people are saying in the chat. Who saw Havertz pass the ball to Zuma in his debut? I did not see that, Mahmood. Josh says Sane was worse at Bundesliga, says Josh. I honestly don't know. I don't follow the Bundesliga enough. I think he's just utilized in a different way. But you'd have to ask Sandro. Saif says, what is up, Aiden? How are we doing, Saif, my guy? Hope you are doing well. I don't think I've seen you yet, so Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everyone who I have not talked to yet. We did a live stream the other day on my second channel, but to everyone on the main channel, Happy New Year. And I hope you're doing well. And Saif, keep me updated with how your fantasy Premier League team is doing. I'm always curious to hear. Cursed Leagues, Premier League, and Bundesliga, says Josh. The Orange Show says, Sancho hasn't done much for England. Well, he's still very young. Let's be clear here. Jadon Sancho, 19, 20 years old? He'll get the opportunity to do a lot for England in the Euros this summer. So we'll have to wait for then. But I do agree. I know he's been a little inconsistent. He had a fantastic season last year. But I think it's a little much, in my opinion. I do think it's a little much to 120 million, 100 million. Not sure if he's quite worth that. Aiden, memory's the name. Verts, he is incredible. Amna says there's too many 0-0 this year. 100% Amna. Havertz is not Prem level, says Mahmood. So we see him. I still do really have to say that be patient with Havertz, people. Genuinely, be patient with him. He will probably figure it out. He's just going to need a little bit of time. Will he be the transcendent player that Chelsea fans thought he would be? Maybe not. Maybe he won't be. But will he still be very goddamn good? Yes, he will be. Aiden, you are fired for always forgetting to update your fantasy team, says Mahmood. Oh no, Mahmood. I probably should get the sack. Sometimes, though, when I don't update my team, they actually do better. I had 4 players injured this week and I actually had a decent week. All right, guys, the match has kicked off. Manchester City versus Chelsea. John Stones looking to play inside to Rodri. Rodri all the way back to Stefan. I think you're going to support Portugal because of Bruno, says Sandro. No, Sandro, I have a team in the Euros this year, and that team is Scotland, all right? Scotland, we're winning the Euros 2021. You heard it here first, folks, all right? Anyways, moving the ball in the back now is Zuma. Zuma's going to look to play it across. It's funny how Bayern knew they should not sign Werner or Havertz. Do you think they didn't know, or do you think they just thought the money was too much? Do you think the Premier League clubs, they just knew they couldn't compete with the Premier League clubs on a money front? Let me know, Sandro. Abraham says, I think we get smashed 5-0 or so. Frank Lampard can be sacked. Guys, that's big, because that is coming from a Chelsea fan. Abraham, are you really Lampard out? Are you Lampard out at this point? If you do lose today, Abraham, you are only 3 points ahead of Arsenal in the same amount of matches played. What are your thoughts, Abraham? I want to get them down below in the chat. Anyways, guys, if you're enjoying the live stream thus far, smash the like button, subscribe if you are new, and share your thoughts on the match below. Again, I am predicting a 2-1 Manchester City win, and I will run through the lineups for everyone that is just joining us. Mendy in goal, Azpilicueta right back, Zuma, Thiago Silva center backs, Chilwell left back, midfield 3 of Mount, Conte, and Kovacic, and up top, Pulisic left, Werner central, and Ziyech on the right. All right, Stefan under a bit of pressure here. Man City looking to play out. For Manchester City's starting 11, you have Stefan in goal, Cancelo, Stones, Diaz, Zinchenko, Rodri, Gundogan, Sterling, De Bruyne, Foden, and Silva, and they play it in a 4-2-3-1. All right, City looking to play out here. On the ball is Zinchenko. Zinchenko, a player who hasn't gotten a lot of playing time at City. He was touted to be one of their up-and-coming young superstars. Hasn't really happened for him, to be honest with you. Ball played out wide to Zinchenko. Zinchenko playing forward to De Bruyne. De Bruyne back to his younger brother Zinchenko. I'm just kidding, all right? They're not actually brothers, but they do look rather alike. No, Bayern knew Werner. They could have bought him for 25 million. I still think Werner will be good too as well, man. I genuinely do think he will be very good in the Premier League. It is a little crazy though how he tore up the Bundesliga. And Sandro, that's an interesting argument. I know. You're not going to want to hear this because I've backed the Bundesliga as being pretty similar level to the Premier League. Why do you think Werner has had more success? So much more success in the Bundesliga. Is it because the Premier League is just a little tougher than the Bundesliga? Would you agree with that, or do you think there's another reason for it? Do you think it's just an adjustment period? I want to know. I do agree Werner could be a top scorer in the Premier League one day. I just think it's going to take a couple years for him to really find his form. I think that'll happen when Werner is probably 27, 28. We need Allegri or Tuchel, says Abraham. Interesting. I don't know how Allegri would fit with this team. I think Tuchel could be an interesting one, but will he bring that discipline that Chelsea need? Because defensively, that'll be important, but he already has a rapport with Thiago Silva. I think Tuchel could be an interesting one for Chelsea. But again, patience, guys. Too many Premier League clubs overreact. There are so many Arsenal fans calling for Arteta out, and now we've got Sifo back with us saying relegation battle no more. We're going to win the league. Now you're going to believe us. So, again, let's not overreact. Sifo, welcome. Happy New Year, Sifo. It's great to have you back with us, my guy. It's always fun to get... Oh, Stefan may have come out of the box here and grabbed the ball with his hand. We're looking at a free kick right outside the box. Let's see this. This is very interesting. Rodri played the ball back to Stefan. Oh, Stefan thought it had taken a deflection. That is so strange. Because Rodri was looking to pass it back to Stefan using his left foot, and Stefan grabs it with his hands. That's a bit strange, you know. I don't know. That's shocking. I mean, that's not a good look, but Stefan needs to do better. This is a dangerous area for Chelsea for sure. This is a very dangerous area. Free kick, 5 minutes in. Yes, it was a back pass, Sifo. He says, Happy New Year, bro. I appreciate it. Because Leipzig is better. No, but the Prem is more physical and Bundesliga is with more pace. Good analysis there, Sandra. I appreciate it. And guys, Sandra, the Bundesliga correspondent. So if you have any Bundesliga questions, send them over to my guy, Sandro. Arsenal's target is top 8. I do agree with that, Abraham. I think Arsenal can... Anyone who actually thought Arsenal were going to get relegated haven't watched the Premier League very much. Like, there was no way they were actually going to be relegated. But is there still the potential they don't finish in the top half of the table? Yes. Do I think they will? Probably. Shot. Ziyech. Deflection. Out for a Chelsea corner kick there. Chelsea unable to really make the most of it there. Good opportunity for Ziyech. It was indirect because of the type of back pass it was, but it took a deflection off the leg of Gundogan out for a corner kick. It's a back pass. Shouldn't it be a free kick in the box? I think it was set up just inside the box, Sifo, but I honestly don't remember at this point now. Corner kick here. Mason Mount standing over it. Mount's delivery. Into the box. Header. On. I think it's gone out for another Chelsea corner kick. Chelsea had the most goals from corners. Thank you for the statistic, Omna. That's a brilliant one. Let me just pin that real quick. I appreciate you sharing. I can't pin it while I'm watching the match, but I will. At halftime, I'll start pinning comments. Goal I reckon is coming, says Harry. Harry, who do you think the goal scorer will be? I'm very curious to hear from you about that. And Harry, where do you think Villa could finish this year in the table? I know you sent it in the chat, in the Discord message, but I forget the precise location. Let me know, though, if you want to. I can scroll back there. I think there's been so many messages sent since that, though. Driving forward, De Bruyne. De Bruyne squares it. Opportunity for Rodri. Swings and misses. Chelsea going to clear their lines. Here comes Ziyech now. Ziyech looking to play it out wide. Werner on the break here. Werner driving forward. Werner plays it inside. Not a great ball from Werner. Cleared away by the Man City defense. Out for a throw on the right hand side. Excuse me, lads. Excuse me. Excuse me. Chelsea throw in there. Who do you want to win, says Sandro. Sandro, honestly, I don't really care. I mean, it probably be good for me if they both drew, to be honest with you. I think that would probably be the best thing. On the Chelsea bench, you have Tammy, Olivier Giroud, and Billy Gilmore. And who I really want to see come on today, and why I love watching Chelsea matches, is when Billy Gilmore plays Scottish Wonder Kid, man. I'm telling you, this guy is going to be special. Do not sleep on Billy Gilmore. Chelsea had the most corner from goals. Good analysis there on that, and I love hearing those kind of statistics. You pronounce Mason Mount really British, says Sandra. Do I? How do I say? I mean, I think I probably say it to the British people. I probably say it very American, so that's kind of funny. Anyone who's British here, let me know. How do I say Mason Mount? I probably say it very, very American, is my guess to you guys. Let's be honest. The Championship is the best English league. Always competition, best fans. But Villa for the win, says Harry. The Championship is pretty cool. I haven't watched enough of it. In my time, like I've always here, we don't necessarily get the coverage that we would get in the UK for the Championship. So I've always grown up watching the Premier League, but of course I've heard about how competitive the Championship is. But But this year, man, the Premier League is very much like the Championship in terms of the top 7, 8, 9, 10 teams can really right now, how would I put this? The top 7, 8, 9, 10 teams can really potentially win the league this year. And I think that is mental. That is mental. The fact that Arsenal could I think, have a still shout for the Europa League. I genuinely do believe Arsenal could pull themselves back into a Europa League spot. Champions League, I think, is a bit of a stretch. Top 4 is a bit of a stretch. But Europa League, I definitely think. And guys, if you're enjoying the live stream thus far, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. We're aiming for 30 likes on the stream. Driving forward are Chelsea. Werner, looking to go. Finds, who is that there for Chelsea? Mount out wide to Ziyech. Ziyech's going to look to deliver. Ziyech delivery. Cleared away by City's defense. City looking very good defensively right now. N'Golo Kanté to Mount to Kovacic. Delivery into the box. Goes past a high-flying Christian Pulisic out for a Manchester City goal kick. 9 minutes in, 0-0. All right, guys, I'm going to read through some of these comments now. Having a feeling this keeper is going to give the Dark Blue a scum goal today. Hopefully not, mate. Hopefully not. Stefan is a good goalkeeper. I think just as it comes with most goalkeepers, there's going to be a bit of nerves, and we must remember that. Very important. On the ball here, John Stones. Stones looking to play it forward. Stones picking out Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling goes to ground there. Going to be a throw in for Man City. Amna's British. Good. Nice to hear, Amna. Aiden, I'm going to watch Bayern. Have a nice stream. I appreciate you tuning in, Sandro. Thank you for stopping by. And he says, glory, glory, Chelsea. Not sure if I should have read that one out. Not a big fan of that. But anyways, we move. Ball played out wide to Ziyech now. Ziyech driving forward. Ziyech going 1v1 with Zinchenko. Ziyech, scissor, delivery, deflection. City doing such a good job denying all of Chelsea's chances. Like, I don't feel like Chelsea have really gotten a clear-cut chance. To be fair, though, I don't feel like City have either. It's so weird to see City kind of more on the defensive side. Like, it's strange. It's a strange one. It really is a strange one. I expect City to be the team that's going forward and maybe look a little frail in the back, but now they're just looking robust in the back, but not necessarily having the same impact going forward. It's weird. It is absolutely weird. Congratulations, Sifo. Our Arsenal are doing good these days. Nice to hear, Mahmood. Yes, I felt bad for Arsenal fans, but now I hope they have been humbled, and I hope they're not going to be chatting this crazy nonsense that they've been going on about for years. Sifo, you were Arteta out, though. Are you still Arteta out? That's what I want to know, because I know you're happy with the recent form, but you were very much get Arteta out of here the last time I live streamed. So I'm curious, has that changed? And because I know Arsenal's just a very reactive fan base, and I'm not necessarily targeting you, Sifo, but I just because of how shall I put this? Just because of some of the social media presence, I think it's become a very reactive fan base. But that, again, I'm not referring to you. Chelsea motivated Arsenal. Driving forward there. Werner's the ball's taken from him by Rodri. What a tackle that was. Thanks, Mahmoud. We turned the corner after we completely bantered Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea motivated Arsenal 100%. Sifo, he says, yep. We learned how to destroy a team that day. Sifo, though, are you Arteta out still? I'm very curious because I know you were just a few weeks ago. And it's fine if you switch your perspective. Oh, Werner probably was fouled there. Werner was probably fouled there in the box. Rodri very lucky to get away with that one. Excuse me, lads. On the ball, Kovacic. Kovacic finds N'Golo Kanté. N'Golo Kanté going to play it all the way back now to Mendy. Mendy going to look to switch the point of attack. I'm going to have a cheeky sip of water, guys. Make sure you're staying hydrated. On the ball here, Zuma. Zuma looking to switch the point of attack. Raheem Sterling wins it, though. On the ball here, N'Golo Kanté. Over to Kovacic. Guys, Havertz and Mason Mount look so alike. It is kind of, the resemblance is uncanny. All right, it is pretty similar. Sifo changed to Arteta and Lowell. And no, that's fine. I mean, I've flip-flopped with Ole before, too. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. I think I have a video on this channel over a year ago where I said Ole out. So, I flip-flop with Ole as well, and I think that's fine. But, I mean, it's just important to acknowledge, you know. No, I still want him out, says Sifo. Really? I disagree, and Sifo, here's why I would say that, is because I think Arsenal have really just made it over the hump now. Like, I think they have. Like, they needed... I was telling Bo for a long time, you know, we've got to see for Arteta, what they have to do is they have to be able to, yes, they're playing fantastic. Once they go through that bad run of form, they have to be able to stick with it, trust him, and get through it, and I think they've done it. So I think now what this has done, Sifo, is you've identified the core of the team. You've identified the core group of players, and now you can build around them with Arteta. You know the core is Saka, is Tierney, is Partey. That's your heart and soul. Smith Rowe, some of those other youngsters. That's the heart and soul of your team that you need to build around. You've identified that. Now you need to give Arteta the backing to build around those players. That's my view on it. The only difference is our players now remember that they're world class. Do all of them. I mean, some of them are playing very well, but again, I think there's certain players who have the right mentality. Werner definitely fouled there, guys, and that should have been a penalty. Rodri just stepping right into the path of Werner. Werner looking to go forward again. Werner does looking a little dangerous. Little dangerous going at some of these City defenders. Rodri winning the ball. Trying to pick out Bernardo Silva. Chelsea win it back. Chilwell on the ball. Guys, Chilwell or Tierney. I put a poll up on Instagram. Lads, and let's pull this up here. Give me 1 second. It was Tierney versus Chilwell. I think Chilwell may have just taken the league. Of course, I believe Tierney is the better left back. I've known about Tierney for quite a while, following him back in his Celtic days. 21 votes for Chilwell, 20 for Tierney, but very, very close. On the ball here, Stefan. Looking to play it to, who is that there? I believe that is John's, or is that Diaz? No, I believe that's John Stones. Driving forward, lays it to Zinchenko. Looking to play forward, but it gets bounced back right to him. Here goes City on the break now. Manchester City. Phil Foden. I want to see more from Foden, you know. Oh, City giving the ball away almost, but they get it back there. John Stones looking to play out. Picks out Raheem Sterling. Mahmoud says, yeah, if I was an Arsenal fan, I would want him out too, but who will come in except Arsenal got West Brom former coach. I genuinely, mate, I don't think there's a good replacement out there for Arteta. And on top of that, I just do think it's going to take time. That was a beautiful ball in there. Manchester City almost scoring. A ball by, I believe that was Rodri. Just playing right between the lines into the path of De Bruyne. De Bruyne trying to beat Mendy there. Hits it just wide. Really good positioning from Mendy just to make it difficult there. And yeah, Man City just missed. Biggest chance of the match so far, for sure. 15 minutes in, it's been rather dull. We want to see more chance creation. Bruno clear of De Bruyne. Sifo, my guy. Yes, right now he is. I think overall as a player, De Bruyne is better. But in the 2020-2021 Premier League season, definitely Bruno is clear of De Bruyne. Guys, I want to let you guys know about some stuff that we have upcoming on this channel. I'm going to be doing a weekly live stream where I have a couple planned topics going into it. We discuss. And then we just kind of do a Q&A. And that's going to be a weekly occurrence here. And I'll re-upload those segments onto the channel. I'll re-upload the segments onto the channel for people that miss the live stream to watch. So expect those coming soon. The one I have planned for sure is the top 5 players in the Premier League. Ball played across there. Sterling's delivery. Takes a deflection into the hands of Mendy. Here come Chelsea. Driving forward N'Golo Kante. Given away though. Zinchenko on the ball. Zinchenko's got to try and keep it here. Plays it into the feet of Rodri. Rodri out wide now to Foden. Foden's going to drive forward. Plays back inside to Rodri. Rodri with a bit of space. Rodri's been very good this year, guys. All right, let's see what other people are saying. Yeah, if it was Bruno, it will be in, says Mahmoud. How about Tuchel? I think Tuchel wouldn't be a good fit for Arsenal at all. At all. This Arsenal team is already, they're poor defensively, but Arteta's been able to fix that with some of that defensive discipline. Tuchel's not going to have that same discipline. Arteta is Arsenal through and through. He played for Arsenal. It's such a good fit for me. Anyway, Zinchenko playing it forward. Finds Foden. Foden to Gundogan. Gundogan shot. Goal! Manchester City go up 1-0. Goal from Gundogan. A big goal for City. And they go up just 17 minutes in. Wow. Chelsea looking defeated early. And that's a good goal from Gundogan. It kind of came unexpectedly there. The game had been kind of lulling us. But it was just a little unexpected, a little quick bit of brilliance. Ball from Gundogan. De Bruyne lets it go through his leg. Out wide to Zinchenko. Good ball by Zinchenko. Nice little touch by Foden there. Gundogan just working it around 2 or 3 Chelsea players there. That was very much created by Gundogan. A nice little spin around Thiago Silva, creating that little bit of separation right into the bottom corner. Mendy couldn't quite get there, just got a hand on it. But wow, Manchester City go up 1-0. Big goal for Man City, 18 minutes in. That was class. That was absolutely class. From Gundogan there. 1-0 Man City. Where am I when I return to wear glasses? How are you, everyone? I'm doing well, Guta. How are you doing today? It's great to have you with us. If you guys are just tuning in like Guta, here's my typical little sales pitch. Make sure you smash the like button, all right? We're aiming for 30 likes on the stream, and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Manchester City go up 1-0, 18 minutes in. No, we are not doing glory, Manchester City. That is absolutely disgusting. I'm not having it. Wow, Abraham turning on Frank Lampard. Abraham, I tell you, mate. I tell you. Do not turn on him so soon. Please do not turn on him so soon. That would be my recommendation there. But Chelsea fans are very impatient. And the fact that, listen, Sifo, you'll like this one. If Chelsea lose today, Chelsea and Arsenal will have played the same amount of matches, and Chelsea will only be 3 points ahead of Arsenal. Let that sink in. Again, let that sink in, folks, all right? Bro, do you think Pogba's penalty was fair? I can understand why Villa fans were livid, but I do think it was a penalty I know Pogba did trip himself, but Pogba's leg caused his leg to fall, but his left leg hits his left leg hits his right leg because Luiz has gone through his left leg. Let's keep it a buck there, all right? It's not because Pogba's purposely done that. It's because Pogba's left leg is knocked into his right leg. Yes, Luiz does not directly make contact with the right leg that does go down, but he is the one that causes the right leg to go into left leg. Have they scored again? City have scored again. Phil Foden with the goal. Wow. Phil Foden with the goal. De Bruyne with the brilliance. Well done. Manchester City go up 2-0 20 minutes in. This Chelsea team look absolutely defeated. I don't even want to know what Abraham thinks right now. He had just said fraud lamppost out, and now Manchester City go up 2-0. Wow, my days. Nice little attack. All the attacks are coming out the left-hand side of the pitch there. And you know what I think Chelsea are missing, really, Azpilicueta getting caught in a bad position there, leaving space, and Foden just tucks it right away. I think they're missing Reece James. They genuinely are missing Reece James in the right back position. Sorry, Chelsea fans, but Azpilicueta there, not able to keep up with some of this youth and speed right now in the Premier League, and I think he really is past his prime at this point. Pep Guardiola loving it, though. 2-0 up, Manchester City, 21 minutes in. That's a big goal for Manchester City, And right now, guys, if we're looking at this Premier League table, all right, let's take a look at this Premier League table. Because I think that goal kind of obviously tons of football left to play, but does it definitely make this? It's going to be hard for Chelsea to come back into this one. Referee says play on after, I believe that is Werner goes down. Here go Man City again. Gundogan driving. Gundogan playing it to Raheem Sterling. Finding De Bruyne. De Bruyne now to I believe Cancelo to Stones. To Diaz, finding Gundogan, looking to play, to Zinchenko, to Gundogan, out wide now, Foden, City keeping the ball, City looking very confident now. This is what they needed. Anyways, guys, big goals for Manchester City. Let's take a look at the Premier League table, all right? Premier League table. This one will move Manchester City up into the top 4 potentially. I think they'd be tied on points with the top 4. Goal difference, they go ahead of Everton into 5th. They would go ahead into Everton into 5th. And it's funny, guys. Yesterday, this is actually hilarious. I'm gonna tell you right now this little anecdote, and this is why I'm texting right now while we're live streaming. But driving forward, Christian Pulisic looking to go. Chelsea are gonna need some individual brilliance from Pulisic and Ziyech. But yesterday, I texted Bo Feekins in the chat, my guy, Bo. I said, yo, Bo, I think, honestly, I think Foden is overrated because we're talking about how good Bukayo Saka is. And today I look like an absolute mug for saying that. He's calling me out. He said Foden is overrated, laughing emoji. And I'm just like, nah. I said, I take it back. All right. I was feeling a little bold, but he's absolutely not overrated. That was brilliant performance from Foden. I'm just texting Bo right now. I just told the live stream. But yeah, guys, Foden is a fantastic talent. I just wish Pep Guardiola gave him some more opportunities. I know he's getting them this year. I guess sometimes it is hard to remember how young he is and why maybe Guardiola does hold him back. At times, in the competition he does have at City is real. Like, Riyad Mahrez, so many fantastic players, but I just want to see him played more often and get these opportunities more often. Both the City goals have been brilliant. What was Stefan thinking, says Yusuf. I don't know. I think he thought it may have taken a deflection off one of the Chelsea players. And yes, Yusuf, both the Chelsea goals have been brilliant. And yes, sip of water, guys. Everyone, stay hydrated. We hit 10 likes. I appreciate the support. We're aiming for 30. Smash the like button. Ball into De Bruyne. De Bruyne delivery. Cleared away. Ball in. Headed down. Gundogan there. Spinning around. Looking to deliver it. Takes a deflection. Out for a Manchester City throw. Both vegans saw the way he performed against Arsenal. Yeah, and I don't know. I felt bad. I genuinely did feel bad a little bit for these Chelsea fans. Arsenal fans, because they had sunk so low. But again, Arsenal fans, hopefully they were humbled, because I don't want to hear any more chat about how Arsenal are gonna go past United in the table or 10 times better than United. We all know that's not true. You get me? Ball played forward. I am interested to see how the transfer market will play out, and that is why, guys, on Instagram, if you guys want to, United fans, I've got FUFC news. Definitely go check it out. Drop a Fekins in for Chelsea, he says. And yeah. So, anyways, back to it. I'm gonna read through some of these chats. Sorry, I just got a little distracted there. It's just funny because it had been a conversation I had in a group chat. So, wow, says Emma. Good to have you here, Emma. Hope you're doing well. Sorry, Chelsea fan, says on the City score again, says Josh. Mahmood says, wow, just wow. 100% wow. Surprising stuff early. Everything's coming from City, from that left-hand flank right there. They're overpowering. They've I think, spotted a weakness. They spotted a weakness there. And, yeah. Both Foden and Gilmore are brilliant. Yes, I think there's players that I like to put in that group of young talent. Greenwood, Saka, Foden, and Gilmore. 100%. Though for me, that's like the future of the Premier League in terms of like young, talented superstars in the making. I want to see Gilmore get on this pitch, though. He could help Chelsea right now. I think he could help Chelsea. Let's get Billy Gilmore on this pitch. He brings something about him, a little energy and character that is special. Get Billy Gilmore on this pitch. I did predict the City win, though. I'm going to big myself up for that. But I did expect this match to maybe be a little closer. I would rather have Sarri here than this phony. Nah, mate. Come on. You guys just can't flip-flop this much. You can't flip-flop this much. All right? Like, Chelsea fans were hating on Sarri so much. And now you're telling me you'd rather have Sarri than Chelsea? Nah, you can't do that. Can't do that. Sifo says, give me a minute. I just need to go watch and banter some Chelsea fan watch along, says Sifo. All right, Sifo, have fun. I don't condone it, but have some fun. Have some fun. Foden kicked the ball smoothly. How Mendy not save that? Nah, Mahmood, that was from point blank range. I mean, the amount of time Mendy has to react and save that is minuscule. He's not going to have the amount of time to save it. Yep, Frank will be sacked. How did Mendy not save that? I mean, maybe he should have saved it. I don't know. I didn't see the replay, genuinely, but do you guys think he should have saved it? I thought it was excellent goals, like Yusuf has said, and I think they were from point-blank range where, like, yeah, it looks like he should save it in the slow-mo replay, but if you're actually there in real time, that speed at which it goes by is so crazy. Delivery, Rodri! Oh, he skied that one. But again, it's coming out the left-hand side, and if I'm Chelsea, I'm looking to make some sort of change, because Azpilicueta genuinely isn't cutting it, or I'm moving to a 3 in the back, potentially. If I'm Chelsea, we're going to give Frank Lampard a little call at halftime. I think you got to move to 3 in the back. Azpilicueta as a right back these days is not cutting it for me. He's not cutting it. Everything is coming out that left-hand side. I'm looking at their bench. Who can they potentially sub in there? They don't have many center back options. I think I'd sub on Rudiger and go 3 in the back, genuinely. And then I bring on someone for Azpilicueta. I don't know, it's a difficult one. Chelsea, though, have lots of questions to answer. It's crazy that this team is struggling so much because they started relatively well. Thiago Silva back to Mendy. Mendy to Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva under a little bit of pressure. Nice little ball played forward there. Here goes Werner. Werner driving forward. Werner looking to play. Both of City's goals have been brilliant. What was Stefan thinking? 100% Yusuf. I don't know what he was thinking. I think he thought it had taken a deflection, but honestly, who knows? Who knows? As long as they keep the clean sheet, I'm sure he'll be happy regardless of the mistake. Delivery in there. Headed away. Falls to Werner. Touch. Kovacic. On the ball. Rodri. Here goes City again. City playing with a bit of confidence that we haven't necessarily seen in a while. Both Foden and Gilmore are brilliant, 100%. Who said it will be 0-0 earlier? Definitely not 0-0. Man, what the hell is happening to Saif? Saif, honestly, I don't know. But all I know is Chelsea are in a bit of shambles right now, to be honest with you. Like, there's not that... I don't know. They look like a team that is frustrated right now. They're not necessarily connecting the way they typically have, and they do look frustrated and just a little head down there from Ziyech. I don't know. They look angry and they look a little confused, and so does Lampard on the sideline there. It could have been 3-0 if De Bruyne actually scored, says Josh. Yeah, it could be. And Chelsea haven't created a really good chance so far either. So it's been all City in this one, guys. Alma says Chelsea should sack Lampard and get Thomas Tuchel. They had the money. Again, patience is key. I think Tuchel is a potential replacement, but this moment, no, not this moment. Give it some time. This Chelsea team is a brand new group of characters, so give it a little time. I think they will figure it out, but if it really does, not work out, then yeah, I think Tuchel's an interesting one. Neo Premium is here. He says, you grew your hair out. Yeah, I did, mate, but it's getting cut off shortly. I do not like the long hair, all right? I was going to do it. I told myself back in August, you know what? I'm going to try for long hair. This is as far as I can get because at some point it just becomes too much. And right now I feel like it's in that awkward, ugly, terrible stage right now. So I'm going to get a trim very, very shortly. I need it. I absolutely need it. I'm not a fan of my long hair. But anyways, guys, if you're enjoying the live stream thus far, make sure to smash the like button. We're going to aim for 30 likes on the stream. Don't know if we'll hit it, but we'll shoot for the goal. And smash the like button. Subscribe if you're new and whatnot. Sora is here. Welcome, Sora. I appreciate you stopping by. So far, Sora, 2-0 to Manchester City. We are 30 minutes in. Guys, I'm going to help anyone that wants to sync the match to the commentary. So we are at 30 minutes and 34 seconds, 35 seconds, 36 seconds, 37 seconds, 38 seconds, 39 seconds, 40 seconds. All right? That's just for you guys to sync it up. Sora says hi. Guys, what's up? Sora, what are your thoughts on the match so far? Manchester City versus Chelsea so far. Manchester City up 2-0. 30 minutes in. Who's that for Manchester City going down there? And also, Man United also not playing with a good team. I'm confused there. Sora, what are you referencing there? I'm confused a little bit. Are you referring to Manchester City, or you say Manchester United? I'm just confused as a reference there. Just let me know. I am loving Manchester United, the Pep connection. You know what? You mean Manchester City? I'm confused. I am very, very confused. Pep coaches Manchester City. I think you're messing with me right now. Anyways, I'm not falling for it. Fergie, you need to step up and talk to Lampard immediately before he gets sacked. Yes, we will have a word with Frank Lampard at halftime. Oh, sorry, it's Man City. Yeah, Sora. On this channel, is all we'll do just the bigger matches of the week or interesting matches. On the second channel is where we do Manchester United. So, yeah, but no worries at all. I think Lampard gets sacked today, says Neo Premium. I don't. Oh man, I would be very surprised if he does. That would be too much. I think genuinely. I can't see it. Like it just. I mean, if there's one club that would do it, I think genuinely, if there's one club that would do it, it would be Chelsea. But I think that would be a bad decision there from Chelsea. I wouldn't let 5-6 games get in the way of overall what he's done in a year and a half, which has been pretty solid for them. All right, I know Chelsea's expectations is winning trophies, But ultimately, this side is not there. Like, they have talent potential, but it takes a while to foster that. And I think they've shown good flashes, but it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time. Sora says, "Oh, sorry, it's Man City." Alma says, "Wait, do you have the number of Frank?" Of course, I have the number of every Premier League manager. I have the number of every Premier League manager in my phone. In fact, yeah, I speak with them all regularly on the. Sora says, "Dang it, your channel." I always talk about Man United. That's why I mistyped. No worries, Sora. No worries at all. Free kick here for Chelsea. Sending over it, we have Ziyech. Dangerous area here for Chelsea. No way Frank gets sacked. Spend 200 million, and also Poch is going to PSG. I agree. It wouldn't make sense to sack Frank. I think it'll depend on where they're at the end of the year. But even then, opportunity for City on the counterattack. Zuma's out of position. Here goes Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling on his left. Raheem Sterling trying to go around Mendy. Is he going to be able to go around? Shot now. Delayed. Raheem Sterling shot. Oh, he's hit the woodwork. Following it up. De Bruyne. Goal. 3-0 Manchester City. They are absolutely running away with this one. Whoever predicted 5-0 Man City may actually get this one right. Who was that? Who was that predicting 5-0 Man City above? I need to see this. Someone predicted 5-0 Man City, and it's looking like they could very well be correct there. Right off the counterattack there. Brilliance from City. N'Golo Kante overstepping there. Trying to clear the lines. Didn't do a good enough job, and he gets punished for it. That's uncharacteristic. That is uncharacteristic there from N'Golo Kante. Bad mistake. And City score a third. And again, Raheem Sterling not able to capitalize initially. Getting around Mendy, spinning, takes a shot, hits it off the post on the far side. Falls right to De Bruyne, though, who just tucks it away in the bottom corner. And wow, very, very impressive there from Manchester City. The shot by, is a good shot by Sterling. But again, didn't quite pick it out. And yeah, that's a huge goal. This match is crazy, 100% Emma. But Manchester City are the dominant ones in this one by far. Mahmood says, was a Chelsea fan. Humiliation, Pep loving it. Yeah, seriously, this is humiliating for Lampard right now. Josh says, wow. Another one, opportunity. Jeez, City are just all over them. They could put 4. There could be something wrong in this Chelsea locker room. You know, a team that is getting battered this bad. If it goes 5, 6, 7, 8 goals, you know what? It's interesting. It is very, very interesting to see what could occur. Chelsea are getting torn to shreds. Make me wonder why City have not been their best this year. This is what I've been saying, guys. City are starting. They're in the mode where they're about to turn this around. I told you. I've been saying it for a while now, and people said I don't think City will even finish top 4. And it's like, mate, they're starting to turn it around. If you watch their games recently, the defense looks really good. The attack, that's like, if they still have defensive issues and their attack look good, then I'd be like, maybe not. But the fact that they fixed their defense and they haven't even been attacking well this year, and the attack they can figure out. But the fact that they figured out the defense for me is a good sign for them moving forward. Pep masterclass, True Lion, mate. I want to get your thoughts right now. You are a Chelsea fan. Chelsea fans here. Let me know what you are thinking. This is mental. What's the Chelsea back line today? Asked Sora. Sora, the back line, I have it pulled up here on my screen. Let me read that off for you. You have Mendy in goal, Azpilicueta right back, Zuma and Thiago Silva as the center back, and Chilwell as the left back. I think the big one is no Reece James. Majority of the goals have come from majority of City's chances have come from the left-hand side today, and I think they really do miss Reece James. Biggs, welcome, mate. How are we doing? Big, so far 3-0 to Manchester City. They're absolutely running away with this one 37 minutes in. City have been so dominant. Chelsea barely creating any chances here. Let's look on screen. But yeah, it really has been all Manchester City. And I tell you guys, this City side is getting right back into it. Seriously, they are a threat to be reckoned with, and their recent performances, undefeated in their last 5 Premier League matches. Defense, best defense in the Premier League this season, 12 goals against, fewest in the Premier League. And the fact that they have Aguero back. He's not starting today, but they're starting to figure out their own attack as well. This City team is going to be right in the title race, guys. And I know a lot of people have counted them out because they've fallen low in the table early. But again, If they win today, and if they win the match following, again, we're not taking any matches for granted in the Premier League. These are major ifs. It's not going to be easy. But if they do so, then Manchester City, they would move up just, I believe, 1 point behind United and Liverpool. Just 1 point behind United and Liverpool. So they're very much in this race, and we must remember that. All right. Also, Chilwell, they don't have Ederson. Ederson is for Manchester City. So they have Stefan in goal, but Chelsea do have pretty much their main back line. Not a fan of no team that is playing, just supporting you, bro. Thank you so much, Biggs. I really do appreciate that. Very nice of you to stop by and support. And yeah, just you're similar to me. I'm not necessarily supporting either team. Just here for a good match of football. Sorry about the phone, guys. It's ringing right now. Just a spam call there. But anyways, ball played out to Chilwell. Chilwell playing it back inside there to Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva to Zuma. Back to Thiago Silva. I'm just baffled because Chelsea have been really good defensively this year. And I don't know, man. Maybe something is going on in that locker room at Chelsea. They've really come apart these last 5 matches in an uncharacteristic way that they never even did last season. Ball played to Mendy. Mendy playing inside. At this point, though, I would bring on Havertz. Why not give him an opportunity? If I'm Chelsea, at halftime, I'm subbing on Gilmore. I'm subbing on Havertz, and I'm gonna sub on Abraham. Why not at this point, mate? Why not make some changes and just see what can happen? All right, like that's my opinion. Do you guys agree or disagree? Let me know down below in the chat. What do you think of Cavani's suspension? I think it's a difficult one. It is a really difficult one. It's like obviously unintentional, but I do understand it. Maybe how it could offend some people, but then again, it's a cultural language thing. It's a very difficult one. I think it's just something that we got to understand that there was no intent meant, and I think he's just got to move forward with the suspension given by the Premier League or by the FA. I'm sure they were advised by very knowledgeable people. I believe they were working with kick-out racism as well. So I think, yeah, just moving forward with it, I think it's just a learning experience for Cavani and players coming to the Premier League. But yeah, obviously it's a very gray area, not an easy situation to handle for sure. First ever insane game in 2021, says Josh. Josh, I don't think this is an insane game. I think it's maybe, okay, in the new year you're talking about. Yeah, I would tend to agree. I think the Villa United game was a better one, just from a viewing perspective. I just think this one, maybe you're talking insane game in terms of goals, in terms of, we're surprised by it. But in terms of, like, actual football, I think the Villa United game was better. Go text Frank. Yes, at halftime we will give Frank a little ring. He needs one. He definitely needs one. What do you think about what do you think Lampard is lacking? I think Lampard is lacking a bit of time. I think he's also very stubborn in terms of they have one style of play, and that is going to be their possession, which I think, yes, possession is brilliant. I am a fan of possession-oriented football, actually, believe it or not. Even though I support Manchester United. But I think you have to be able to adjust and adapt, and I don't think they adapt enough. But I also think they just do need more time. This is a new group of lads. I think they do probably believe in Frank, but we've got to see it now that they're going through a rough patch. Can they bounce back from it? Similar to Arsenal and Arteta, can they bounce back from it? And Arteta, let me be clear, and Arsenal are far from bouncing back from it, but they're moving in the right direction now. Mahmoud says doesn't know how to set up a team. I do also have some questions, I agree, about his team selection and his substitutions as well with Lampard. I think he flip-flops quite regularly. And this season it's kind of required just with regards to the amount of matches being played. But overall, I think he did that too much last year as well. Ball played inside to Jorginho. Jorginho out to Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta to Ziyech. Ziyech back to Azpilicueta. Just moving it around the pack. And guys, if you are enjoying the live stream thus far, make sure to smash the like button. We are aiming for, let's aim for 15 likes on the stream. And subscribe if you are new to the channel. Werner is playing as a striker and not performing, says Mahmoud. Yeah, I agree. I think, what position did Werner play at? I believe Werner played as a striker at Leipzig as well. Is that correct? I mean, I know he can play on the wing too. It's an interesting one. I think I'd bring on Tammy relatively soon. Nice little flick on there. Excuse me, by Werner, guys. A little tired here. Ball played out wide. Going forward, Pulisic. Ball taken off Pulisic. I wonder, in the chat, let me know, after I yawned, how many of you guys yawned? That's a thing where, like, if someone else yawns, it gets into your head. subconsciously, and then you yawn as well. Ball played to Kovacic. Kovacic now to Azpilicueta picking out Zuma. Zuma to Ben Chilwell. Ben Chilwell playing inside. Picking out Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz to Silva. Silva now playing it inside to N'Golo Kante. N'Golo Kante plays it out wide to Mount to Pulisic. Just yawns as on the. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It does work that way. Funny how that works. Will Arteta get sacked? No, Arteta will not get sacked. Arteta will be at Arsenal, I think, for a long time in the future. And I think he will have a very successful Arsenal career. That is my 2 cents on it. Guys, how's the audio quality? I hope it's doing well. I got a new microphone. I hope it is smooth and whatnot. It's a good chunk of change, this microphone. So hopefully the audio quality is a little bit improved and it's nice and crisp for you guys. Going forward there, Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling beats N'Golo Kante. Here comes City again, off on that left-hand side, like I've said. Out wide. Foden slots it in. Opportunity. Oh, Gundogan just missed there. Big opportunity for City to go up 4-0 before halftime. That would be insane. The problem with Werner is he was never a position-style player. At Leipzig, he used to take that dangerous runs when he played at the counter and possession style. You need to create that creativity to pick. I agree to some extent. I just think I do agree with regards to Werner just used to get the long ball in behind, but they do that at Chelsea as well. It's not like he's a midfielder. Do you know what I mean? But I think there is some truth to it in terms of they're not stretching it enough with Werner. If they stretch it more frequently. I don't know. To me, at Leipzig, Werner always looked very quick. And since he's joined the Premier League, he hasn't looked that quick to me. I don't know if that's just me, but my dad said to wake him up left time for the game, but I'm not risking it when they're down 3-0. 100%, mate. 100%. I mean, we're, 44 minutes in? 3-0? And it looks like it could get worse from here. So yeah, I agree with you on that. That's a good decision there, mate. Good decision. No point of waking up your poor father for this game. You get me? That would be stupid. But yeah, guys, Manchester City, man, they're right in it for the title hunt. Let's not. You get me? Let's not count them out. Stretch is the word. Yes, gosh. Excuse me. Sorry, Sora. Yes, Sora. Ball played inside there. Cleared away. What's up with German? James Charles, Kai Havertz. I have no clue what you're talking about. Amna says 11 shots attempted for City, 4 for Chelsea on target. 11 shots attempted for City. 11 shots attempted for City, 4 attempted for Chelsea, 4 on target for City, 0 on target for Chelsea. Exactly, that's the problem. Chance creation right now. I mean, Chelsea are not even creating any real chances. Adam says, damn, this is actually disappointing. Adam, I assume you are a Chelsea fan here, and I want to get your thoughts here. Are you Lampard in or Lampard out? Again, I urge patience. I'm not a Chelsea fan. I'm a United fan. But going through my own things as the manager over the past couple of years, I would say urge patience. I think this Chelsea team, they're a little defeated right now, but they've got to find a way to bounce back. And I think, I don't know. I think there's lots of quality in the side, and I think Lampard overall has done a solid job. But this last run of form definitely has been concerning, and I see heads dropping a little bit on the field. What I would say though is similarly with Arsenal and Arteta. They will bounce back from it, but you just got to trust them through and through. And part of the issue though is Chelsea as a club generally have had this portrayal of not being very patient, and I urge patience. Abraham disagrees, though. He thinks Lampard needs to go right this instant. Gosh says Lampard stay, Arteta stay. I agree. I think patience is key. But then Sora says Sora says Coman out, and I apologize for calling you Gosh again, Sora. My apologies. Mahmoud says, who remembered when Man City spelled Hazard's name? I don't remember that. I do not remember that. Guys, if you're enjoying the live stream thus far, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe if you are new to the channel. We do live streams every week here on the channel, and I have new videos coming out shortly. So yeah, be ready for that. Adam says Roman Abramovich said if we don't get top 4, then Frank's out. But they should give him at least till the end of the season. That's my point. You can't. People want Lampard out this moment, and I disagree so strongly with that. You got to give him at least till the end of the season. And see how close they are. I mean, obviously, too, with the amount of competition this year is, too, they're, right around top 4, then I still would back him. But I would say My opinion would be on Abramovich. I think that makes sense. That's what I'm with Ole too. You give him till the end of the season, and you see how they do. But you got to give him the time. But anyways, guys, that is halftime. It ends 3-0 to Manchester City. With this win today, if they win, 3-0 going into halftime. If they continue to hold out, City will move into the top 5 in the Premier League, and Chelsea will still sit pretty low down. Chelsea would be tied in matches played with Arsenal and only 3 points ahead of them, which is mental considering how poor Arsenal's run of form is. That's just showing how bad Chelsea have been recently. Adam, what do you think though? Do you want Chelsea? Would you want Lampard out before now? Is my question. Man City 6, Chelsea 0 says Mahmood. That is his shot. His prediction. Crasher says, "Wow, I am shocked." Me as well, Crasher. Me as well. Now I predicted a City win because City's form has been very, very good. I predicted a 2-1 Manchester City win. But was I expecting them to kill Chelsea like this? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. My top 4 is Manchester United, Liverpool, Manchester City, and Villa. Says Sora. That would be very cool to see Villa in the top 4. Guys, don't count out Tottenham, though. Tottenham are going to rebound from their little poor run of form, so do not count them out. I think Leicester in the mix. I think anyone really in the top 7 or top 8 are in the mix. But I actually don't think Chelsea are going to win the Premier League this year. I could see Liverpool winning it. I could see United winning it. I could see Leicester winning it. I could see Tottenham winning it. I could see City winning it. I don't see Chelsea realistically winning the Premier League this season. That is just my opinion. And that's not coming from a place of hate, but I don't see the consistent enough performances from them to get it done. United are playing City this week. Yes, sir. Manchester Derby on Wednesday. We will be streaming that on the second channel. And guys, make sure you follow FUFC News, Manchester United fans. That's where we keep up to date with transfer rumors and whatnot. Need your guys' support on there to help grow that platform. But yeah, Adam says, I know he should get until the end of the season, but he spent 200 mil and we are still below Everton in the table. Adam, do remember though, I want you to remember this team, when you spend 200 million, when you buy 5 or 6 players, it's gonna take time for it all to come together. All right, that is so important to remember, and I think that is absolutely key, right? It takes time for teams to gel, and I know they're looking worse as of late, but give them a little time. They've had players with injuries, Ziyech and others. Just give them time. I'd say give them till the end of the season, and then then I can really understand if you want to move forward. But right now, I think it would be rash. It would be a bad decision. Who do you go get? I think, ideal replacement probably would be Tuchel. I think it would be a good fit. But, again, I don't think there's any, wow, we need this manager right this moment, is what I would say. Not a Chelsea fan, but Lampard out, says Crasher. So there is a pretty strong call for Lampard to be gone. But, again, I urge patience. I think too many Premier League clubs are reacting, right? We've seen it with West Brom recently. They react, they sack Billick, and now they're stuck with Big Sam, and they're probably still going to get relegated. Do you know what I mean? I think sometimes it's not the manager, sometimes it's the performances on the pitch by the players. When I say that though, I mean it's not all the manager. Yes, of course the manager is guilty to some extent, but yeah. Guys, if you're enjoying the live stream this far, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe if you are new. We're going to take a little look at some of the statistics, do a little analysis on the match, and then just do some questions. I want to read through a couple more of these comments. Josh's Chelsea defense is shambles. They're actually not shambles. They've been very good this year, but today, yes, they have been shambles. And that surprised me because this season they've been pretty good at defense. And they'd actually struggled a little more. They've been just good overall. But today the defense has been shocking. Shocking from Chelsea. Let's see if we can pull up some statistics on my phone. I want to read a couple more, though, like I said. Chelsea can score 3 back, though, but not against Man City. I agree. City, that will be too much of a feat. I could see this go 5-0, to be honest with you. They've got to make sure they really, really put their feet into the ground there and just make sure they're not getting battered because it could be embarrassing. If Lampard gets torn to shreds, that's embarrassing. He has spent the same amount of the UK government has spent on giving loans to small businesses during COVID. Embarrassing, says Yusuf. There is some truth to that, but City probably also have. Not this window, but throughout multiple windows. Remember, City are a team built on money. To some extent, United are too, so how critical can we be, Yusuf? But yes, I agree. They have spent a lot of money to get embarrassed by Man City. Susan says, Unai Emery wishes you a good evening. Well, good evening to you and him as well, Susan. I appreciate you stopping by. Good afternoon, not evening, says Josh. Tuchel or Allegri, says Yusuf. Adam says Tuchel for a replacement, maybe. I think Tuchel would be a good one. Again, though, I don't know enough about Allegri, but I don't think he would suit this group of players that they currently have. I think Tuchel would. Tuchel, of course, former manager of PSG, working with all those big egos and those talented attacking players, I think would work well with Chelsea, actually. Let me have a sip of water here real quick, guys, and we'll get back to it. All right. Big Sam is the GOAT, says Yusuf. Honestly, not a big fan of Big Sam, but anyways, moving forth. Tuchel should go back to Dortmund, says Sora. Yusuf says, I mean, the way he fell out with the board. Yeah, I think that's a good point. I think Yusuf brings up a good point there. I think Havertz was a failure, says Crasher. Again, guys, I urge patience with so many of these comments and decisions because look at Kai Havertz. How old is this kid? 20 years old? 20 years old. I mean, again, like he's gonna develop. It just takes time sometimes, right? Let's take a look here. Kai Havertz is 21 years of age. 21 years of age, and we're calling him a bust, a flop. Has he been good so far? No, he's been far from good. He's been honestly quite terrible, but give him an adjustment period. Let him age a little bit. I think he'll be good. And yeah, Havertz did get COVID very, very bad, actually, in fact. Like he was very sick for a while. So there actually are long-lasting effects, long-term effects of COVID-19, guys, and that's very scary for some of these players I've seen. Recently, I posted on Instagram, St. Maximin and the captain for Newcastle, I forget his name, are suffering from stomach ulcers from long-term effects of COVID. So hopefully they do get healthy soon. Okay. We can't roast Chelsea on money because they're playing against Man City, known for spending euros. Precisely. And as a United fan, I do feel a little dubious about roasting teams about spending money. You get me? Like, we are no saints in that department. You get me? So that would be kind of my 2 cents on it. Like, I can understand maybe. I mean, even Arsenal fans should not be talking about money. If you look at net spend over the last 5 years, the top 3 teams, in fact, are, I believe the three teams are Man City, Man United, and then actually Arsenal third above Chelsea. In the past 5 years in net spend, Arsenal has spent more money than Chelsea. That honestly blows my mind. Like, that's mental. Let's see what other people. Oh, we got wow, that's crazy. I forget what they're even called. Super Chat from Phantom of Many Topics donated $2. Thank you so much, mate. I genuinely really do appreciate that. Our first super chat of 2021. Come on, my guy. Thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate that. You know, those are rare, and when people do donate, I really do appreciate it so much. So thank you, Phantom of Many Topics. I am very, very grateful. He asked, can we get Didier Drogba in the transfer window? Unfortunately, mate, I do not think so. You got to find your new Didier Drogba, though, with Chelsea. And what I would say, do you think that player can be Werner, guys? Do you think Werner can be the player? I think, genuinely, who I think the next Didier Drogba will be, or a player who I think will be similar to him in terms of style and how he plays and his physicality and his pace and his just good footballing ability, is none other than Erling Haaland. None other than Erling Haaland. And I think those players are very similar in terms of their style of play and their ability, and I think that could be the player for Chelsea. Again, though, I urge patience on the behalf of Werner, giving him some time. I'd love to see, personally, United. I'd love to see United sign Haaland. I think I'd love to see Haaland in the Premier League, and I think any Premier League side that can go out and make it happen should do it. Haaland can pick and choose what club he wants to go to 100%. He is fantastic. Yes, Werner is very different to Didier, but I was more referring to Sifo Haaland, and I think Haaland actually is quite similar in terms of their style of play, their type. So, can you get Didier Drogba in the transfer window? No. Can you get the next best thing? Potentially. Do I think it will happen this January? Phantom of Many Topics. No. Do I think it will happen in the summer? Potentially. We've got to wait and see. Phantom of Many Topics with another super chat. Mate, thank you so much. Genuinely. I am so grateful. That is insane. I can't actually believe that. Thank you so much though, mate. I'm very, very grateful. He asks, maybe we can sell Werner plus 90 million for Haaland. I would pump the brakes on selling I would pump the brakes on selling Werner. I genuinely would, mate. I would pump the brakes on selling Werner. It's too soon. You would get less money for him than you bought him for. If you want to sell him, he's got to at least find some good form. So I'd pump the brakes on selling Werner. But Chelsea, Abramovich has the money to go get Haaland without selling Werner. So that's what I would do. I would look to go sell Haaland. I'd look to buy Haaland. But I'd also, because Werner can play on the wing. And also, if Werner finds some good form, then you can sell him. So I think that's an interesting discussion there, Phantom of Many Topics. And I would just say, I would personally say, pump the brakes on selling Werner. Let him find his form, and then once he's worth a good amount of chunk of change, if you do get Haaland, then you can sell him. But again, I think having options is always important. Like if you had Werner, Haaland, Pulisic, Ziyech, having those options up top is what is very, very important. So thank you again for the donations. I am so, so grateful for it. That is absolutely insane. I was not expecting that. The first super chats of 2021. Thank you again, mate. And if you have any questions, you can just send them in the chat. And yeah, hopefully that helped to answer your questions. If not, let me know. All right. Years ago, Man City beat Chelsea 6-0. Best day ever, says Josh. It's Lampard's burner account. He's crying for your help, says Yusuf. Yes, we will text Lampard in just a moment, Yusuf. I've seen your messages there. History repeats itself tonight, lads, says Sifo. City humiliating Chelsea. Fergie gets a donation, and I packed R9 in FIFA. What a day, Josh. What a day. Best day ever, he says. Sifo says Werner is different to Didier. Yeah, 100%. I think I answered that already. Haaland can pick where and choose where he wants to go. Yes, I'm going to text Lampard. I'm just going to catch up with these comments. And again, I want to thank the Phantom of Many Topics. I really do appreciate the support to the channel, mate. So thank you so much for the donations. Haaland to Barca. I know everyone wants Haaland right now, but man, I want to see him at United. But I think you never know. You never know. Sifa says if you lot do well this season, I think you could get a world-class center back and center forward to challenge for everything. Maybe a right winger and CDM too. Yeah, it's very interesting. And Sifo, the player I am really wanting at United right now is Jack Grealish. I want to see Bruno playing the 10, Grealish off on the wing. You have Rashford off on the other wing. And then if we could get a center, I mean, obviously we're not going to be able to get Grealish and Haaland and Ndidi. But like, if we get 2 out of the 3, more likely like, it would be either Grealish and Ndidi or Haaland and Ndidi. It wouldn't be Haaland and Grealish. That would be too much money, but something like that would be fantastic. And I think United could be a force going forward. I think Haaland will go to City like his dad, says Josh. Mahmoud says, yeah, Erling Haaland is clinical. He will score 9.5 out of 10 chances he will get. 100%. He's just a force to be reckoned with up top, and his physical presence is so close to it's so similar to that of how shall I put this? To that of Didier Drogba. I think that's actually a really good comparison. All right, guys, time to text Frank Lampard. And again, Phantom of Many Topics, I do appreciate the support so much. It means a lot to me. All right, our text to Frank Lampard today. Mate, all right, it's not worked. We're at halftime. I'm going to pull up my phone for this one. Frank Lampard, it has not been working. We are at halftime. It is 3-0. Let's make some changes. I know we could leave these players out on the pitch and let them suffer. But genuinely, let's make some changes. Why not give this youth an opportunity? Why not let this, I mean, maybe this is a little biased text. I just want to see Billy Gilmore play. But let's give Billy Gilmore an opportunity. Let's bring on Tammy Abraham. Let's also maybe move to 3 in the back as well. Without Reece James, it's clearly not working with 4 in the back because Azpilicueta is getting exposed. So here's what I would say. Let's move to 3 in the back. Let's sub on Rudiger. I would go a 3-4-3 or a 3-5-2. Is what I would be looking at. All right, is what I would be looking at. And let me take a look at the lineup one more time again and who they have on the bench. So I would sub off Werner. I would bring on Abraham, and then I'd move to a 3-4-3, and I'd sub off 3-4-3. I'd sub off Azpilicueta. And I'd push Chilwell wide. So here's what I would be looking to do. I'd be looking to bring on. Oh, wow, another donation. Thank you so much, Phantom of Many Topics. I can't believe this. Like, this is mental. I am so, so grateful once again. And he goes, sub, Giroud, James, and Gilmore. Reece James is actually not available. He's out injured in this one. I would have him starting if he was available. But I do agree. Giroud is a good shout too instead of Tammy. I can see that one as well. And definitely Billy Gilmore. I love that Phantom of Many Topics. That would be brilliant. And thank you again, mate. That is absolutely insane. So, so grateful for it. Guys, the match is about to get back underway here. I think City should keep on playing the false nine system. City play really well when they do it. 100% Yusuf. Great analysis there. And then the Son of Karma podcast is here. Thank you for tuning in, mate. I appreciate you stopping by. He says, Fergie the man. The Son of Karma podcast, the man. How are we doing, bro? And guys, if you're enjoying the live from this far, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe if you are new. We are aiming for, let's aim for a cheeky 30 likes on this stream today. And again, I want to thank the Phantom of Many Topics for being so supportive, and the rest of you as well. You know, like I've said time and time again, you know, I'm so grateful for the donations, but just you guys being here, supporting, being active in the chat, liking, commenting, it means the world to me. And genuinely, this chat, this community is amazing. So the players are about to take the pitch again, but yeah, we've got to finish our text quickly to Lampard here. And again, like I've said, I think they should go a 3-4-3. And what I am looking to do here, I'd go Chilwell, Silva, and Zuma as the back three. I'd sub off Azpilicueta, and then in the midfield, I would go, how would I do this midfield? I'd sub off Kovacic, bring on Gilmore. I'd sub off Kovacic, or no, you could keep the midfield the same, and then I'd play Mount as a 10, Kovacic and Gilmore as the right central midfielder. So I'd go Diamond. 3-4-3. Sub on Tammy up top. Or Giroud, either. Of course, Lampard hasn't listened, but maybe he'll make the changes into the next half. All right, take a look at this, guys. This would be my lineup in the second half if I was Frank Lampard. I know they haven't gone for it, but here's what I would do. The second half has kicked off though now, guys. We are back underway. Manchester City versus Chelsea. Mendy in goal. Zuma, Silva, and Chilwell's the back three for me. This would be my 11 again. This is not what they are playing. I would go N'Golo Kante as a 6. Kovacic is the right central midfielder. Mount is the left central midfielder. Kovacic is the right central midfielder. Gilmore is the left central midfielder. As the attacking midfielder, I go Mount, and then up top, Pulisic, Giroud, and Ziyech, or Pulisic, Pulisic, who's the player I'm looking for? Tammy, and then Ziyech. So, yeah. Very, very interesting, and that's kind of what I would look at. Of course, Lampard has not listened. Tammy is still on the bench, not even warming up. I don't think Holland would join Chelsea unless they pay ridiculous money, 100%. They'd have to pay so much money, and that's absolutely insane. Yeah, Josh, I would just leave it, mate. I'm very grateful for the Phantom of Many Topics doing that, but you don't need to take the mick out of him for it. So, again, I appreciate the support, and yeah. Back to it. Back to the game. We're going to do a brief analysis here. Ball play forward here. Winning the ball there is Gundogan. Gundogan looking to drive forward. Gundogan playing through the legs there of Zuma. Coming to claim it, though, is Mendy. Phil Foden couldn't quite get there. Guys, I want you to rank these players for me in the chat, all right? I want you guys to rank these players for me in the chat, all right? We've got Saka, Greenwood, Foden, and who else are we going to throw in there? Martinelli and Gilmore. Rank those players for me in the chat based on who you think is the best right now. All right, I want to hear your thoughts. It's a hard one for me. It's very difficult. I would probably go... I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I would probably go... Mendy lost his clean sheet, and now he's getting a dirty sheet, says Mahmood. Yeah, it's not been the best performance. I mean, he hasn't necessarily played poorly. It's just more that his team has put him in bad situations. Again, I know on the slow-mo replay it looks like he should save those, but when they're shooting from like 5 yards out, it's not an easy feat whatsoever. So I think we must remember that. On the ball here, Ben Chilwell. But for my players, here's how I would rank them. I'd probably go Foden. Right now, like at this moment, I go Saka 1, Foden 2. Greenwood 3, Gilmore 4. But how I think it will play out throughout their careers, probably Foden 1, Saka 2, Greenwood 3. I don't know. It's so difficult, man. Because I don't want to put Gilmore last because I think he's fantastic as well. I don't know. I see some people sharing. Mahmoud says Foden, Saka, Greenwood, Martinelli, Gilmore, in my opinion. I definitely put Gilmore above Martinelli, in my opinion. Sorry. Greenwood, then Forensic, then Gilmore. Oh, then you mean Saka. Yeah. Greenwood, Foden, Saka. Oh, he's just taking it back. So Foden, he's got Foden first, though, for sure. I think it's an interesting one again. Ball played into the feet of N'Golo Kanté. N'Golo Kanté looking to find the feet of Thiago Silva. Picking out, who is that there? Driving forward. Mason Mount playing it out wide. Greenwood, Foden, Saka, Gilmore, says Crasher. So I appreciate you sharing that, Crasher. And yeah, it's a very interesting discussion. Again, I think that's the future of the Premier League. Gilmore's not getting playing time. Yeah, but he also, guys, remember, Gilmore is coming off of a serious knee injury that he suffered. So they're just working him back in slowly. So he suffered an injury. So he'll once he gets back into the side consistently, I think we'll see it. Back ball played to Rodri now. I think he could actually help this side right now. Rodri plays it across here. Guys, what do you think the final score will be? I'm very curious to hear. That's always interesting to me. Like, what do you think it'll be? Do you think we could see a 5-0? I think we could see 4-0. I don't think we'll see 5 or 6. But who knows? We're 50 minutes in. For those of you that want to sync up the game to the live stream chat, 49, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. So we're at 49 minutes and 53 seconds there. Going forward now, our City on that left-hand side again, or right-hand side again. Foden plays it inside. Shot. Zinchenko rolls it right into the hands of Mendy there. Not able to really create much from it. Here come Chelsea again. Ball played inside. Mason Mount on the ball. Plays it all the way back now. Picking up the ball, Thiago Silva playing inside there to N'Golo Kanté. N'Golo Kanté picks out Zuma. Finds Kovacic. Kovacic there. Plays inside. Driving forward. Opportunity. It's been squared there. Delivery. Into the box. Oh, Foden's cross there. Too far in front of Raheem Sterling. Out for a throw-in on the right-hand side of the pitch for Chelsea. All right, Chelsea, guys, up. Manchester City up 3-0. Looking like they're all over Chelsea. The ball from Foden just played way too far forward there. Gilmore is not getting playing time and might get dropped, says Mahmoud. But yeah, again, he's coming back from the injury. I do agree. It's important for a youngster to get playing time, and maybe it would be best. I wonder, in terms of age, where they're all about. Because I believe Gilmore's pretty young. I think Gilmore's warming up. Come on. Let's go. I want to see. Oh, no. Oh my gosh. I looked too quickly at the screen there. That's actually Havertz warming up. I feel like an absolute idiot. It's Kai Havertz warming up there for Chelsea. All right, let's see what other people are saying. Chelsea and Spurs started well. Yeah, I think Spurs though haven't really had that bad of a run of form. I know they had a couple matches, but they've bounced back right back. Chelsea, on the other hand, are not bouncing back as smoothly. We've got to wait and see. For Man United, do you prefer Fred and McTominay or Bruno or Pogba and Matic and Bruno? So I think Fred has been better than McTominay this year. I think Bruno's been better than Pogba, and definitely Bruno over Matic as well. Fred's been brilliant this year, guys, and we have to remember that. Like, Fred has seriously been a special player this season. Driving forward there is Ziyech. Ziyech's delivery into the box. Headed away. Well cleared there. On the ball, Rodri picks out Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva has not been the same player for a couple of years now. He was fantastic in their title-winning season a couple of years ago, but he hasn't found that same form that he had. I remember him being in the conversation a while for Ballon d'Or. Josh says Mark Goldbridge said that Thiago Silva is a Brazilian Titus Bramble. I don't know what that means. Josh, can you explain that? I have absolutely no clue what that even means. On the ball here is, when referring to bramble, like when I've been to the UK, people call bramble, it's like bramble jelly or like blackberry, right? Like jelly. But I don't know what Titus Bramble means. So you got to explain that one to me, Josh. Yeah, Billy Gilmore, 19 years of age, only a couple months older than me, in fact. Let's see, Bukayo Saka's age. Bukayo Saka's also very young. Free kick here for Manchester City. It's out on the right-hand side of the pitch. You're going to look to deliver into the box. Bukayo Saka is 19 years old as well. He's a little younger than Gilmore, born in September. Gilmore born in June. Delivery here. De Bruyne into the box. Opportunity. Header. What a save by Mendy. What an absolute save by Mendy. I mean, they just left them wide open there. Rodri with a wide open header. Mendy, though, with the crazy reactions there. Crazy reactions. Wow. Absolutely mental. Superb save. Guys, if you're enjoying the live stream this far, make sure to smash the like button. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. We're aiming for 30 likes on the stream, but if we can't hit it, we'll push for 20. I appreciate all the support, and thank you guys for tuning in. It's going to be a corner kick here. And Bukayo Saka, 19 years of age. I think Foden's a little older. Let me double check that. Phil Foden, age. Delivery into the box there. City with a little snapshot out for a Chelsea goal kick. Foden is 20 years of age, and he turns 21 in May. So he's got a couple of years on some of these lads. And then, I know Martinelli, I think, is still pretty young as well. So Martinelli is 19 years of age. He was born in June of 18. So him and Gilmore's birthdays are just right, very close to each other. And then who is the other player we had in there? Greenwood. How old's Greenwood? I believe Greenwood's also 19 as well. Let's take a look here. Greenwood's 19. I believe he's actually the youngest out of these lads. He's 19 and he just turned 19 in October. So his birthday is very close to mine, actually only 2 weeks in front of mine. So they're all very young. Foden is actually the oldest, in fact, which is interesting. And I think, at this age, that kind of a year or two makes a huge difference. So, I don't know. Almost a goal for City, yeah. Who would you play in net for England? Great question there, Crasher. For me, personally, in net for England, I would look to play... I think for me, I'd probably go Pope. Obviously not Pickford anymore. Pickford's been shocking. Pope's been pretty good. It's hard to know how goalkeepers are doing because you don't keep up with them that as much. But let me take a look here at the Premier League goalkeeping statistics, and of course Pope's been good. Dean Henderson's a good shot too, but he hasn't been getting enough consistent playing time. Mahmood is for me. He doesn't play week in and week out, and I think if you're a number one for a country, you have to. I think Dean Henderson will take the reins in a couple of years, but right now, as of this moment, I can't see it. Let me pull this up here on my phone. Here we go. Goalkeeper statistics for the season. I think statistics are a good indication sometimes of how goalkeepers are personally doing individually because it's hard to oftentimes do analysis for goalkeepers. So let's take a look here. Why is this showing the teams? Where's the individual goalkeepers? I maybe have to pull opportunity here. Oh, big opportunity for Chelsea. It was squared across the 6-yard box. Stefan couldn't get on the end of it. But Chelsea not able to make the most of it. They were going down that left-hand flank. Werner letting it run past him, finding Pulisic. Pulisic, nice little ball in. Ball squared across there. No one in the box making the run, though, for Chelsea. Out for a goal kick for Manchester City. But good opportunity for Chelsea. One of their biggest of the match thus far. City under a little bit of pressure here. Who's your favorite attacker? Right now, Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes is brilliant. Probably my favorite player right now, honestly. And that's genuinely growing up watching Rooney, watching Van Persie. That was when I was really into when I was younger, I was into football, but I didn't have that necessarily same passion. But I remember watching Rooney, watching Van Persie. That was when I started to really understand football a little more. And since then, we haven't had a player that could even compete for individual awards or a player that was special that each match you knew would be just different gravy. And that's what Bruno Fernandes has been. And for me, yeah, it's him. I think, though, seriously, Bruno and Rashford are insane. They're carrying this United team. Not saying others aren't playing well, like Fred and others who have stepped up, but they're the driving force. And every match, you will get a good performance from Rashford and Bruno. Even when they don't play well, they make an impact. But yeah, I agree with Josh. I would start Pope most likely. Who's your favorite playmaker? Wow, that's a fantastic question. I think best playmaker in the world is probably De Bruyne, and that's not. I don't know if he's my favorite, but I would actually say John McGinn's quite a playmaker. Grealish right now too. I have a lot of admiration for in terms of playmaking ability. But when it comes to best playmaker in the world, for me it's got to be De Bruyne. I really do enjoy it. That's the thing about De Bruyne. Snapshot there from Kovacic, just wide again. Chelsea have failed to create a good chance in this match, in my opinion. And I'll stand by that. I don't think Chelsea have done anything that impressive so far. So anyways, Guys, I do want to remind you, if you're enjoying the live stream, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. I know it gets a little repetitive, but I do have to remind people here. We got just because I know people pop in and out and whatnot. But yeah, I appreciate again the support, everyone sticking by, standing by here, and it's a nice little stream to return to. You get me? It's been a couple weeks. It's nice to be back with you guys. And again, I'm busy with school. I'm quite busy with school until the 8th of January, and then my term ends, and then from the 8th to the 19th, I'm pretty much free to just make content. So that will be what? I'll have like a week or so, week and a half to really just grind YouTube content, which will be awesome because I haven't had that for a very long time. Let's see what the other people are saying. Yeah, Pope, since Pickford is not great and Dean Henderson isn't as good at the moment. I don't think it... Yeah, I agree Dean Henderson isn't as good, but it's also he's just not getting consistent minutes, so mistakes will happen. But yeah, I do agree with that to some extent. Whoa, look at the backdrop we have on the stream. We don't have the typical Sky Sports one. I forgot to change it. My apologies, lads. My apologies. Let me change that there. Boom. Boom. We are back. Sky Sports. I have my United one on there. Apologies again. I don't think anyone could tell too much, but yeah, it's good to be back in the studio once again. I hope you guys like those little backgrounds. I think they're pretty neat, I think. Anyways, back to the game now. Going forward. Playmaker of all leagues, not just the Premier League, says Josh. I mean, who would you class as a playmaker then? That's my question as well. Like, who do you really consider to be playmakers? Because I know people, my streaming service has just logged me out here. I'm going to have to log back in. Give me 1 second here, Josh. My apologies. Here we go. But yeah, Josh, give me some names. Give me some names that you would like to put in there. I mean, Messi for me is a playmaker. Would you consider Messi a playmaker? I think he is, and I think that would be one of my favorite for sure. Let me have a little think here. I think Muller is fantastic. Muller has got to be one of my favorite too. Let's see. Let's have a little think. João Felix. João Felix right now has been absolutely insane. I would class him as a playmaker as well. So those are kind of like a couple names that I'd throw in there from other leagues too that I love. João Felix has been insane. And I think Portugal have a shout for the Euros. I'm calling it right now. Seriously. I'm calling it right now. I think I smashed the leg with a hammer, my guy Mahmoud. I see Omna's headed out. I appreciate you stopping by today, Omna. Thank you so much for the support, and I hope you have a good rest of your afternoon, evening, wherever you're at in the world right now. So, yeah, thank you for the support again. Here come Manchester City again on that left-hand side, going at Azpilicueta. Gundogan finding Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva left foot snapshot. Blocked by the Chelsea defense. Well defended there by Chilwell. Played out now. John Stones. City are just all over Chelsea. I mean, it's not even close in this one. Crasher says, yeah, I read that one from Crasher. Apparently Scholes said Bruno is better than him. He did. And I think what he was more referring to is Bruno's more... Not versatile is not the right word because Scholes was so versatile, but I think he was more referring to Bruno's impact on the attack. He did say Bruno was better, but I think he meant more like impact on the attack. I don't know if Bruno's better than Scholes in my opinion. That's a hard one because I remember like growing up, watching the kind of the end of the Scholes, Giggs era and how good they were in that midfield. I mean, they were absolutely insane. I think Scholes is a player who's often underrated because he wasn't necessarily the flashy type, but just such a solid fundamental player. Ball play forward. So I wouldn't go that far yet. Shot, De Bruyne. Oh, Mendy was off his line there. Could have caught him off. De Bruyne hits it wide, though. Let's see what other people are saying in the chat. Zidane, says Sandro. Mines are up 2-0. What the F, says Sandro. Yeah, mate. That's crazy. That is crazy. Wait, are Dortmund playing Mainz right? I mean, excuse me. Are Bayern playing Mainz right now? Who are Mainz playing? I'm very curious. Fun fact. One of my teammates from when I used to play back home here on a club team, his dad actually played in the Bundesliga, the second league in the Bundesliga 2, I believe it's called. He played for Mainz, and he actually roomed with Jurgen Klopp at like a training camp or something. So just a fun little fact there. Yeah, very, very, very interesting. But yeah, he played for Mainz, roomed with Jurgen Klopp, and then came over to the U.S. after it didn't really work out for him with football. But yeah, fun little fact there. Let's see what other people are saying. Messi is my favorite playmaker. Yeah, one of my favorites for sure. Zidane is insane too. The thing is, I've seen him play live, but that was a long time ago. You know, like it's not in our our heart of our era. But yes, definitely the highlights are insane. Coming on the field now, Billy Gilmore. Come on. This is what I wanted to see. This will spice it up, make the last 25 minutes or so interesting. Coming on for Ziyech. Ziyech doesn't look too happy about it, but again, I'm buzzing. I want to know where Serenen's at right now because this is Manchester City. That's his squad. Maybe he's watching the game on his own, but hopefully he pops in a little bit. If y'all could give him a shout in the Discord, tell him join through real quick. I want to get his thoughts from a City perspective. Sandro, I want to get your thoughts right now. All right, you're our Bundesliga correspondent on the Mainz Bayern game. What's going on? So Gilmore's on for Kovacic, but N'Golo Kante is coming off. I'm confused. How many substitutions is Lampard making here? Is Lampard listening to my text? He may have just got it. It may have taken a little, the Wi-Fi connection's a little dodgy here. Maybe a bit of lightning struck. But anyways, bring on Gilmore. Love to see it. Come on. Yusuf, mate. I'm so excited for the Euros right now. I mean, Scotland has so many players playing well. I hope Gilmore better start in the Euros, mate. Gilmore better get the start. Can you imagine in the midfield, Gilmore, McGinn, and Christie? Or you could play Christie up top too. I think that would be class. I think you go a 4-2-3-1 with McTominay playing in the back, Tierney playing potentially in the back too. I think you could go McTominay and Tierney as center backs, which sounds a bit crazy, but I think there's potential. Or I don't know, it's a weird one, but I definitely would say the midfield for me has got to be, or we could go 3-5-2. I think 3-5-2 is probably what it'll be, with Tierney playing as a left center back, McTominay playing as a right center back. But then with the midfield of Gilmore, McGinn, and Christie would be insane. Tell me, that would be absolutely class. The main issue for Scotland. Sorry guys for going on such a tangent here, but I'm buzzing. The main issue for Scotland though is they have no one up top. No one up top. The fact that Lyndon Dykes was excellent in that match. The knockout match there. Oh, Gilmore gives the ball away carelessly there. Kovacic not happy. Gilmore's got to track back here. Come on, Gilmore, get back into position. I don't want it. No, don't. Billy Gilmore mistake, not going to lead to the goal. Good. By Mendy there coming out to take the ball off De Bruyne. Some of City's passing has been excellent. Yes, this City performance is reminiscent of what they were 2 years ago when they were winning the league. This is reminiscent of that. This has been brilliant from Manchester City today. Just an overall dominating performance on both ends as well, and with the ball in possession. And guys, if you're enjoying the live stream, smash the like button. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. Chelsea have been mesmerized by City's passing 100%. Brennan said he can't come today. Oh, okay. No worries. We'll hear from him definitely in the Discord, get his perspective over there. So yeah. McTominay is a center back. We are struggling with center back, says Mahmood. Yeah, I agree, says Yusuf. Good to hear that you agree, Yusuf. I think Gilmore, McGinn, and Christie would be insane. But again, the fact that Lyndon Dykes is the starting striker for Scotland is not just the options are shocking. Lee Griffiths has been in poor form, I believe. I don't keep up with the Scottish Premiership that much, but in the past year or so, has been in poor form. Lyndon Dykes, he plays in the Championship, solid player, but again, it's not like he's tearing up the Championship, right? And then you've got, who else we got? Ollie McBurney has been shocking for Sheffield United. I don't know if he scored a goal. There's no center forward attacking options for Scotland, and that's scary. That's my main area of concern, and it's if we could, we need a Stephen Naismith, you remember when Stephen Naismith was in his prime? I know that's a name not many people maybe remember, but Stephen Naismith in his prime for Scotland was a very good player. We need to find our Stephen Naismith with Scotland, and I think if Scotland can get a striker, that's good. Then we could actually be in the business of maybe making it out of the group stage. But until then, it's going to be difficult. All right, that is enough of a tangent for Scotland. Let's get back to this game here. On the ball here is Bernardo Silva. Plays it out wide to Cancelo. Cancelo looking to play forward. Picks out Zuma. Zuma with the ball. Finding Callum Hudson-Odoi there. Hudson-Odoi coming on. Hudson-Odoi's career has been an interesting one. You see flashes, we see some brilliance, but again, here's what I would have to say. Hudson-Odoi has not proven himself enough consistently, nor has he gotten enough opportunity. And I think a really good move, if Sandro is still here, I think Hudson-Odoi going on loan or going to Bayern would be a really good move for his career. I think he's a player that they could actually get the most out of at Bayern Munich. What do you think, Sandro? What are your thoughts? Either a loan or they could get him for relatively cheap, and I think with the upside he has, it would be a fantastic move for Bayern just to get a little more depth up top. But yeah, those are my thoughts, guys. If you're enjoying the live stream thus far, smash the like button. We're aiming for 30 likes on the stream. Let's see if we can at least hit 20 today. We're 2 away from that. And subscribe if you are new to the channel. Let's see what others are saying. I just see Mahmoud's comment. I'll read that off in a moment. Gilmore is better than Jorginho. I don't know about right now at this stage in his career if he's better. But, I mean, he has... I don't know. It's a difficult one. Here's Callum Hudson-Odoi with an opportunity here, but decides to go back. Shot. Snapshot. Kovacic. It's going to fall to Zuma. Let's see. I want to see a masterclass here from Billy Gilmore. I want to see if he can get a goal for Chelsea or something like that. Ball played out wide. I think, genuinely though, also, I think Lampard is a perfect manager for Billy Gilmore as well. Like, I think he's perfect for him. Ball played inside there. Cleared away by the Man City defense. On the ball now. Here goes City again on the counter. It's a 2v2. But Gilmore's got to track back here. De Bruyne. Over to Sterling. Sterling looking to go for it. Gilmore's got to help. Good tackle by Zuma there. A well-timed tackle by Zuma. Here go Chelsea now. Sign my grandpa. He can play for Scotland, lol, and he is a baller. Better than both Kai and Werner, says Mahmoud, as a striker. Very funny, Mahmoud. Crasher says, right, I have to go. Bye. Will you be streaming Manchester Derby? If so, see you then. Yes, Crasher, I will be streaming the Manchester Derby, but it will be on my second channel, Fergie's United Fan channel. Make sure you're subscribed over there. I believe you are, but just want to let you know so you don't miss out on that stream. It's going to be a great one. I'm so excited for United to advance in the EFL Cup. So yeah, I will see you on Wednesday then, Crasher, and have a good one, mate. Take it easy. Ball play forward there. Who's that for Chelsea? I believe that's Mount. Has Havertz been subbed on? I'm curious to see. I'm not sure. I may have missed like a Havertz substitution, lads. I'll take a look here on the One Football app. I'm not sponsored, by the way. Oops, I shouldn't have done that. I'm not sponsored, but no, it's still Mount on. Honestly can't tell sometimes. Gilmore looking to switch the point of attack. Gilmore's ball. Beautiful ball. Absolutely beautiful ball. Pinpoint accuracy across the pitch there to Azpilicueta. Playing inside. Opportunity. Little 1-2 there, Kovacic. Gives it away, though. Here come Manchester City. On the ball, Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne driving forward with a bit of speed. Tackle there. Ooh, the tackle there was a bit late from Kovacic. Hopefully De Bruyne is okay there. Don't want to see him getting injured. I mean, obviously, it would be good for United, but again, I don't wish injury upon any player. Hopefully De Bruyne can bounce back from this one. He's quite an injury-prone lad as well, so hopefully not. He's driving forward there, and the tackle from Kovacic just a little late. I think it may have been actually Azpilicueta who got him. Fergie, put Manchester is red in the chat. Manchester is red. I will do so, Mahmoud. I will do so, because Manchester is very much red. Sorry, Manchester City fans, if you're joining us, but I am a United supporter. That said, I am remaining unbiased with regard to this match in the stream. City have had an absolute masterclass today. This is the City that I expect to see over the next couple weeks into the end of the Premier League season, next couple months. There have been signs that the City team is starting to find their form again, and today is a perfect example of it. Like for me, yes, it's about how bad Chelsea have been recently, but it's also about how good City have been recently. With regards to defensively, they figured it out. 12 goals against in the Premier League, fewest, and their attack is starting to come together now too. If they can get Aguero back. If I'm City, though, in this winter transfer window, Manchester City fans, I am looking to sign De Bruyne. Not De Bruyne, a striker. They need a striker right now because Aguero's not reliable enough with regards to injuries. And when they don't have Aguero, sometimes they tend to struggle. Raheem Sterling's done a good job playing the false line today, but they need a striker still. That's my 2 cents on it. And yeah, I'd highly recommend, seriously recommend that they do so. But yeah. Seriously. Josh says Manchester's color is unknown. No, it's definitely red, Josh. It is definitely red, my guy. And we're going to see that in the derby coming up as well. We're going to see it in the derby as well. Throw in here for Chelsea. 72 minutes in. 3-0 to Manchester City. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream thus far. Ball played out wide to Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta dribbling inside there. Picking out Mount. Mount to Gilmore. Back to Mount. To Azpilicueta. Plays it out wide. Back to Azpilicueta. Back to Gilmore. Gilmore's going to switch it here. Come on, Billy Gilmore. Let's see it, lad. He's such a smart player, though. Like, he's not quite maybe got the legs at times. Not quite the accuracy with his passing. But he's such a smart player. Like, he's directing it. He's a midfield maestro in the way that as soon as he's on the pitch, he's move the ball there. Checking in. Checking his shoulder. He's just so smart. He's such an intelligent player. Look at every time he plays a pass, he's telling his center back where the next pass needs to be. Just watch him. Those of you who can watch, he's just drifting in between the center backs, getting on the ball right now. Brilliant player, and I'm excited to see how he progresses. I want to see him get on the ball a little more in attacking areas and see what impact he can have. He was brilliant. Do you guys remember the match he had against Liverpool? Great pass by Gilmore there, playing it inside to Pulisic. Pulisic driving forward now. Finds Abraham. Back to Gilmore. Gilmore plays it out wide. Good ball there to Chilwell. Chilwell on the ball there. Looking to do a little 1-2. Chelsea looking a little better now since the insertion of Billy Gilmore. Maybe I'm biased, but I'm loving it. Ball to Mount. Mount plays it out wide to Azpilicueta. Plays it inside to Tammy. Tammy's got a little bit of space here. Let's see what he can do. Tammy. He's got to drop it here to Mount. Mount. Going to have a delivery. Ball into the box there. Opportunity for Chelsea. Well defended by City. Rodri on the ball. He's going to be... City players telling him to be patient. Tries to play the outlet ball. Azpilicueta heads it away. Azpilicueta livid right now. Absolutely livid. Guys, if you look at actually the last 5 matches between both City and United in the Premier League and in Cup competition, United have actually won more than City have. So, just putting it out there. Manchester, very much red still. Very much red. The goal, well, I'm seeing the goal from Gundogan on screen earlier, guys. It was absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful from Gundogan earlier. The way he took the touch around the defender, Thiago Silva there. Fantastic play. Gundogan getting subbed off now for Fernandinho. Guys, I want to know who you think, or who is your man of the match today. I'm very curious to hear who you think the man of the match today shall be. It's a difficult one because so many City players have played extremely well. I could make an argument for Rodri. I think Rodri's been a force to be reckoned with. I think you can make the argument for De Bruyne. I think Foden actually is who I would go with, would be my shout. I think he has a goal and an assist today. Had just looked lively and I think he kind of set the tone for City, in my opinion. He would set the tone. Can everyone be quiet about Manchester being blue or red, says Josh. Josh is not loving it. He's not loving it. Josh, we'll find out on Wednesday then. We'll find out on Wednesday. Ball played to Callum Hudson-Odoi. Callum Hudson-Odoi driving forward here. Outlet pass now to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva driving forward. Good defending there by Thiago Silva. Out for a throw in there on the right-hand side of the pitch. 3-0 still. What a goal also by Mendy, says Mahmoud. I'm confused. I think Mahmoud is trying to, what's the word I'm looking for here? Prank me. But Mahmoud, it's not going to happen, my guy. You get me. Hey. I don't get pranked, Mahmoud. I don't get pranked. Anyways, ball play forward there. On the ball, Mason Mount. Trying to tackle him there is Fernandinho, who's come on for Gundogan again. Ball play forward there. Werner with a big opportunity here. Here come Chelsea on the break. Can they even create a big opportunity? Let me guess this. Or let me ask this. Have Chelsea even had a shot on target? Let me pull up some statistics here from the... Again, I'm not going to reveal the app's name. They got to sponsor me for that. But let's take a look here. Alright, see all stats. We're seeing... I don't think they have shots on target on this app. That's weird. Shot creation, though, there's 14 shots inside the box for Manchester City to Chelsea's 2. City have 3 shots from outside the box. Chelsea have 4. So Chelsea have a total of 6 shots to City's 17. Kovacic has been subbed off now for Kai Havertz. Very, very interesting that Kai Havertz... so interesting that Kai Havertz has come on here for... but after Billy Gilmore, that's telling to me of how much he is struggling. That's actually mental like. So anyways, Kai Havertz though is on the pitch. Let's see what impact he can have. This is what I was wanting though. I want Lampard to give these guys opportunities when they're not playing well. Like why not? I genuinely do think Gilmore needs to start for Chelsea though. And I'll back that. I think Gilmore needs to start for Chelsea. I'll tell you right now, Chelsea are missing that Ross Barkley presence. Chelsea fans said, we don't need Ross Barkley. We don't need him. We got too many other good midfielders. They're missing Ross Barkley right now. I'll tell you that. That attacking presence from the midfield has been lacking. Hudson-Odoi in a little bit of pain there. I will prank you in the derby. No, you will not. Josh, I'm not having that scoreline. I'm not even going to read off that scoreline there, Josh. That's absolutely disgusting. On the ball there, Chilwell playing it into the feet of Thiago Silva. I genuinely think, though, Billy Gilmore needs to start for this Chelsea team. Werner there. Werner looking to play it inside. Chelsea, though, you have some red flags from them. Gilmore's looking really good. They've looked so much better since he come on. And obviously, City probably not playing with the same intensity they started the match with, considering they're up 3-0. But again, he just dictates the play, the rhythm, the flow. He's very much like a Jorginho, but I just think he's more impactful for Chelsea than Jorginho because the way he moves up and down the pitch. And I don't know, the fact when you have a 19-year-old come on the pitch and he's telling people what to do, how to move. He's so intelligent, but also has that confidence to do so. It means he's very much ingrained in that first team, and they have a lot of respect for him when they do listen. So I want to see more Billy Gilmore for Chelsea. On the ball, speaking of him, Billy Gilmore, under a bit of pressure, he's going to go all the way back now to Mendy. Edouard Mendy in a bit of difficulty there. He's got to knock it long. He does so. Challenging for it. Ooh, that's definitely going to be a foul by Havertz there. Just nudging Zinchenko. A bit silly from him, to be honest. DeAndre is here. Welcome, DeAndre. He says, lol, United should have beaten Chelsea, though. Yeah, they should have. But, this is a big match, though, with regards to the Premier League table, DeAndre, because Chelsea, in my opinion, are slipping further and further closer to being out of this title race. And, of course, they're still going to be in it for a while. There's a lot of games to be played. But genuinely, DeAndre, what I would say is for me, the teams that I can consider true title contenders right now. True title contenders. I would go, here, let's take a look here. I go Liverpool, United, Leicester, Tottenham, and City. Those would be my true title contenders in the Premier League. I think City, again, they had a rough start to the season, but they've really figured it out, and this is the City we're going to see from the season for the rest of the season. Chelsea have a lot of questions to ask DeAndre, and I'm interested to hear where you think they will finish in the Premier League, and what are your thoughts? What do you think about Frank Lampard? Should they keep him? Should they sack him? Also, guys, if you are just tuning in, smash the like button. We're aiming for 30 likes on the stream. We're at 19. We're one away from our goal of 20. So let's see if we can smash that, and subscribe if you are new to the channel as well. We do weekly live streams on here, and we're gonna have more video content coming shortly. Do you remember that we were 15th place? Says Josh. I do remember that. But that was very early in the season. So again, that always happens. The past couple of years, United have started off slowly, and then they've gotten rinsed by the media. But we all knew that was not going to happen. Again, even with Arsenal. People who thought Arsenal were going to get relegated did not watch the Premier League, or because it was clear they were not going to. Opportunity there for Chelsea, delivery into the box, Pulisic header. This is an issue for Chelsea right now. Almost all their chances have come from crosses. And the fact that you are playing Werner and Pulisic, and it was Ziyech before. I know Ziyech's been subbed up, but Werner and Pulisic, they're the ones jumping for the headers. If you're gonna play and you're gonna go be pushed out wide and you're gonna be delivering crosses, then you need to start Giroud or I mean obviously Giroud option number one, but at least Tammy, like one of those two, preferably Giroud for the aerial battles. But it makes no sense to be crossing the ball into poor Christian Pulisic, who's probably like 5'8", about my height, and is jumping for those balls and is never gonna score. Like, it's just on those headers. Like, I know he scored some diving headers before, but you know what I mean. He's not going to overpower the center back for a header. Whereas Giroud can head it to goal. He can lay it off for another player. Like, that's where you've got to be a little smarter here from Lampard. And if City are going to push you wide, I think that's been Chelsea's weakness all year is teams have figured out, this Chelsea team, if you just push them wide, they're a lot less effective, because when they don't have Giroud on, then it becomes more difficult for them. So that'd be my opinion. Yeah, I mean, genuinely, I think City have been brilliant today. One of the best performances we have seen from Manchester City. Guys, if you're joining us, we're 81 minutes in. 3-0 to Manchester City. Still a little bit of football to be played. Let's see what they can do, though. Ball play forward here. Fernandinho. Lampard is good. It's all about the players. Chelsea are going to finish 6th or 7th on the table. Wow, DeAndre. That's very low. I don't know about that low. I mean, maybe I had them pegged around... It's a hard one. I had them finishing 3rd this season. My Premier League table, for those of you that were not aware or were not subscribed to the channel when I made the video, it was, I believe, Liverpool 1, City 2, Chelsea 3, United 4, Arsenal 5, Tottenham 6. And from there on out, I don't actually remember the exact markings, but I'll go through back it and we'll look at it another live stream. That'll be interesting to kind of do like a midway review through the year. How am I doing? But yeah. But again, like, I think Arsenal could potentially still get a Europa League spot. Guys, after today's match, Arsenal and Chelsea would have played the same amount of matches, and Arsenal are only 3 points behind Chelsea. Let's remember that. Like, that is crazy. That is crazy, and I mean, that's honestly mental to me. Hello, it's Boss A. Hello, my guy. How are we doing? Hi. He says hi. What are your thoughts on the match, mate? 82 minutes in. It's going to be a free kick here for Man City. Delivery. Oh, De Bruyne has hit that way wide. Bad shot there from De Bruyne. It's going to be a Chelsea goal kick there. Trying to sneak it past the wall, past Mendy, but unable to. DeAndre says, lol, United going to win the title. I believe, mate. Oh, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. I'm sorry. I can't do that. Like, I think for me, Liverpool are still the favorites, but I think United's chances are getting better and better each week. Again, though, what we've seen with United since Ole's taken over is 10 matches, fantastic, 6 matches, poor. 10 matches, fantastic, 6 matches, poor. We've got to see what will be telling to me, all right, if United have a bad performance and we lose a match that we are expected to win, but then we bounce back from it, and we bounce back from it in a big way, and we continue that good run of form even after one bad performance, that's how I will know if United had the actual potential to win the Premier League. Right now, I think, yes, they are a real title contender, but I think I will back them. Say, okay, come look at our upcoming matches. Say we lose for some reason to Burnley, but then we bounce back the following week and beat Liverpool, and that we show that kind of moxie, that kind of attitude, that kind of grit about us. That will be telling to me that we can do it this season. But there's still a lot of football to be played. Guys, we just hit our goal of 20 likes. Thank you so much for the support. I am very, very grateful. That's absolutely great for the channel. And yeah, we'll push for 30. That was our goal, but I am grateful for 20 nonetheless. And after the match, guys, do not go anywhere. We will be running through some player ratings, just some thoughts on the match, and then just going into the Premier League table, what's going on there. And also, I want to go again about I want to talk a little bit, just answering your questions as well. Like, I think that's going to be important. So anyways, ball popped out there on the ball. Billy Gilmore under a bit of pressure there, trying to take it past Bernardo Silva. Does well there. Gilmore just needs a little bit more of a burst of pace, and I think I've seen videos of him working in the weight room. I think that should help a little bit there. On the ball, Kai Havertz on his left foot, trying to take a snapshot, gives it away. Here comes City, though. Gilmore's going to have to get back. De Bruyne going at speed here. Gilmore's a wee lad as well, too. He's not a big lad, but he's going to have to make the most of it. Get stuck in there on De Bruyne. Good to see. Liverpool is favorite, but I want United to win. Of course, me as well, DeAndre. I love to hear it. I'm hoping. I'm really, really hoping United can get the business done this season. That would be insane. I wouldn't have been expecting it at all. But again, so much football to be played. I'm not jumping on any team's bandwagon right now. I will back Liverpool, though, because that was my prediction at the end of the season, to win the league. But of course, pulling for United. Coming off the pitch now is De Bruyne for Aguero. Good for City's fans to see Aguero getting another appearance here. He's got to try and stay healthy. De Bruyne has more assists than Bruno, says Josh. That is true. That is very much true. And that's why De Bruyne is a better playmaker than Bruno. But overall, this player in the 2020-2021 Premier League season, Bruno Fernandes has been the better player, and I will stand by that. And you will see that when I do. I'm going to do, guys, what I'm going to do now, from now on, with a lot of content, because I am focusing on the United channel a little more. To balance it, I will be doing weekly live streams, and I don't know the name of it. I want to do like Fergie's Weekly Roundup or some sort of nice little segment where I do a live stream, and I'll plan 2 or 3 topics ahead of time. I will do analysis of those topics, debate those topics, and then I'll answer your questions. And for those good segments, for little segments, I'll clip those up and then post them as individual videos for people that do miss the stream. So I think that's the way I'll be looking to move in the future. I've got to blow my nose. I may have to get up here in a second. Here go Chelsea. I'll be right back, lads. City on the ball here. I'll be right back. Don't even try to prank me. Don't even try to prank me, Mahmood. I'll be right back. My apologies. My apologies, lads. Oh, we're back. Better than ever. Here go Chelsea on the counterattack. Callum Hudson-Odoi to Werner. City trying to get players behind the ball now. Here goes Werner. Werner, delivery. Takes a deflection. Out for a Chelsea corner kick. Let's see what other people are saying in the chat here. Did I get pranked? Let's see if someone tried to prank me. No one tried to prank me. Good to hear. Because you guys know it is impossible. I am unprankable. Okay, you get me. Let's see what other people are saying. Gary Madsen died, the singer and creator of You'll Never Walk Alone. Wow, that is very sad news. Damn, that is actually a bummer. Rest in peace, Gary Madsen. And yeah, my condolences to him, his family. Very sad news to Liverpool supporters. Man, what a bummer. 2021, starting the year off on a shitty start there. On the ball here are Chelsea looking to go forward. Callum Hudson-Odoi plays it out wide there. Azpilicueta to Werner. Azpilicueta plays it forward. Nice little touch there by Werner. Werner trying to find Havertz. Unsuccessful though. I think it's going to go out for a Chelsea throw there. I'm not sure if it took a touch off one of the Chelsea players last or who it went off of. Azpilicueta is going to throw the ball in here, finding Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz on the ball. Going to find Callum Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi driving forward over to Zuma. Zuma sprays it out wide now to Chilwell. Chilwell here, 89th minute. 3-0 Manchester City. We know how it's going to end today, guys, but after the match, do not go anywhere. Again, I'm going to reveal my man of the match, and we're just going to do a little Q&A session, a little fun Q&A. I won't be able to stay too long after the match today, but we definitely will do a little discussion. Getting a trim today, lads. Going to get a cheeky little trim, you know. Next one, I'm going to be Manchester Derby. I'm going to be looking fresh. You get me. What do you guys reckon, though? I want to know what you guys reckon. Long hair 1, short hair 2. Let me know down below in the chat. What do you guys prefer? Let me know in the chat. I'm curious. Because recently, actually, I've gotten a couple compliments on the long hair, which is a little surprising. All right, guys. Ball play forward here. Opportunity. One back by Thiago Silva. Here go Chelsea now. Chelsea must want some sort of consolation goal today. On the ball here is Werner. Werner plays it out wide. I think Chelsea have looked better since Billy Gilmore's come on, and maybe that's just Chelsea. Maybe that's just City kind of backing off a little bit, but I do reckon that they've been slightly better. Foul there. Bernardo Silva taken down. 89th minute. Bernardo Silva fouling Christian Pulisic there. Pulisic's not had a fantastic season in the Premier League. He's been kind of frail in terms of injuries, suffering a lot of injuries, and that's going to be part of his game that he's going to have to can he be consistently healthy? Oh, excuse me, I got the hiccups. 2 minutes of stoppage time. The game had a lot of goals, but again, not the most exciting game considering how dominant City have been. It was a masterclass to watch from City, and I'm sure City fans really enjoyed watching it. Pulisic, guys, 1 goal in 10 Premier League matches this season. Not good enough from him. They're gonna have to expect better from him. It's just not. It genuinely isn't good enough. You can't 1 goal in 10 Premier League matches, and I think he's a player that we even saw last year with Chelsea. It's about. With Pulisic, it's about he's very much a confidence player, and he's very much a streaky player. Like, he'll go through a really insane spell, and then he'll have a dry spell, and part of that, I think, has been led to because of injury. So that's kind of my 2 cents on it. We've got 1 minute left here, and then the match will be over. Like I said, do not go anywhere. I want to thank everyone for supporting so much today. It's been fantastic to be back on the main channel. Opportunity, Callum Hudson-Odoi! Hudson-Odoi scores. Chelsea get a consolation goal, 3-1. Good goal for Chelsea. Good goal for Hudson-Odoi. Hopefully that helps his confidence out a little bit. Was that a Pulisic assist as well? It may have been. Let's take a look here. I think it may have been Mount. I can't see from this angle who assisted. Chelsea do score, though. Nice little goal there. Was that... Oh, it's Kai Havertz with the assist. Good for them. I'm actually... for those players individually, I'm happy to see for them. That could be the confidence booster that gives Callum Hudson-Odoi a little boost. Gives Havertz a little boost in confidence. So good for them. 3-1 to Manchester City. Doesn't change the rest of the result, though, at all. In terms of City were just so dominant. But nice little goal there for Chelsea. City get caught sleeping. I guess they can kind of afford to do so. But I'm sure Pep will be absolutely livid about that. Referee looking to his watch now. Should be blowing the whistle any moment now. Billy Gilmore on the ball. Billy Gilmore to Chilwell. That is the match. It ends 3-1 to Manchester City. Pep Guardiola and Lampard briefly embraced there. Pep Guardiola must be loving it. Guys, after that match, Chelsea remain 8th position. And Manchester City move up to 5th with the game in hand. If they win their next match, Manchester City will just move 1 point below league leaders Liverpool and Manchester United. Wow, that is big news there, guy. And that's that's a huge match. City are right back into the title hunt. Do not underestimate them. Remember, They are a very good side. They are a side that have figured out their defense, that are going to probably expect, guys. That's also what we don't remember. It's a January transfer window. Expect Manchester City to go out and get some players to help solve some of their issues. Expect them to go get a striker that can be consistently healthy. Expect, you know what I mean? Like, they're going to be willing to spend money. It is so important to remember. So anyways, guys, I want to go through my player ratings briefly. I hope you guys share your player ratings as I go. If you enjoyed the stream thus far, smash like button, subscribe. We've been live for roughly 2 hours and 25 minutes. And yeah, it's been great. I'm so grateful for your support once again, and I do want to give special shout out to my guy Phantom of Many Topics with the donos too. That was unexpected as always, but again, I don't expect people to donate. Just the fact that you guys are here supporting, watching, streaming with me is insane. It's mental. So anyways, let's go through our player ratings, guys. I want to get your thoughts as we go, and then we'll just go into some basic topics. Based around the Premier League and just football in general. So I want to get your guys' thoughts as we go. Here we go. Stealing the catchphrase there of none other than Fabrizio Romano. So, all right. If I'm looking at this Chelsea side, I'm going to go player ratings for Chelsea first. All right, my player ratings. Starting with Chelsea. Mendy. I mean, it was an average performance. I'd probably give him a 5. Here we have Abraham back. He says, fraud, lamppost, out. Any other Chelsea fans, let me know your thoughts. Are you Lampard in or Lampard out? Abraham's made it clear he doesn't want Lampard there. Mendy gets a 5 from me today. Azpilicueta, not a good performance, gets a 2. He was just getting absolutely, in my opinion, he was the weak link for Chelsea for most of the match. Not saying that others were great, but weak link for sure. Zuma, a 5. Silva, a 4, beaten there by Gundogan. Chilwell, a 4, relatively uninvolved for most of the match. Kovacic, a 5. Conte, a 3, giving up that goal the ball that led to that goal on the counterattack with Raheem Sterling and De Bruyne. Mount, a 5. Ziyech, uninvolved, 3. Werner, a 2. And Pulisic, a 3 as well. I mean, there's so many Chelsea players not playing up to the standard that we expect. Moving over to Manchester City. Stefan will be getting today. Stefan, solid performance. Wasn't really tested. Weird mistake. I'd probably give him a 5. Cancelo, a 5. Stones, a 6. Diaz, a 7. Zinchenko, a 6. Gundogan with a goal, a 7.5 or an 8. Rodri, a 7. I think Gundogan, a 7.5. Rodri, a 7. Bernardo Silva, a 6. De Bruyne, a 8. Phil Foden, man of the match, gets a 9 today. And Raheem Sterling is going to get a 7 as well. So my man of the match today, guys, is Phil Foden with a sensational performance today, making me look a little bit silly in terms of, obviously this wasn't public, but I made it public now. I said I thought Foden may be a little overrated, but clearly way off there. I mean, he was fantastic. I just don't think he gets necessarily the opportunities that he needs or deserves at times, and I want to see him be given more opportunities. Guys, I will stream for 20 more minutes. I'll stream till 10:45 my time. So yeah, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, we'll get into it. If not, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to share down below in the live chat. I want to get your thoughts on the match today. I want to look at the Premier League table right now, all right? I don't want to beat a dead horse to death, but it's so important. My guy, Footy Adventures, is here. He says, all right, Fergie, will Frank be sacked? First off, Footy Adventures, I want to wish you a happy new year. Happy new year. I don't think we've talked since the new year. I took a little break from YouTube, but I am back now. And also, I want to tell people, go subscribe to your channel. You're absolutely killing it right now, mate. I'm so happy for you. Yeah, keep it up, mate. You're doing a fantastic job. The voice of Scottish football on YouTube. But will Frank be sacked? It's a tough one, because Footy Adventures, if we look at the Premier League table right now, if we take a look at this Premier League table, right now, Chelsea are just 3 points ahead of Arsenal. And we saw how people were going at Arsenal. And Chelsea like to tout themselves as this club that, we win trophies. We're above Arsenal. We're above all these clubs. Chelsea fans are very impatient. Abramovich is very impatient. In my mind, they would be silly. They would be very silly to sack Frank Lampard right now. I don't think they should. But could I see it happening? Maybe not today. But in the near future, potentially. I'm pulling up their upcoming matches here on my screen here, Footy Adventures, and I'm looking. They have Fulham in the Premier League. They have Leicester in the Premier League. I think those matches, their next 4 matches, Fulham, Leicester, Wolves, Burnley, will be key. They've got to make it out the month of January with a good run of form. Otherwise, I think they could be in some dire trouble. I mean, they don't beat Fulham. I see him getting sacked. They don't beat Leicester's a difficult one. Wolves, but Burnley, like those are all matches. Like I think there's a certain amount of points they're gonna say you need to get this amount of points. I think they need to get how many points? I'd say probably around 12-ish points. 12-ish points to keep Abramovich happy, but it's gonna be difficult because they're not in good form right now. We'll see. I don't think he should get the sack though. Patience. Too many Premier League clubs jumping the gun. Bilic, in my opinion, shouldn't have gotten sacked. West Brom are most likely going down. Now you bring in Big Sam, who will probably be gone at the end of the season. Now you've got to rebuild. So again, I think too many Premier League clubs are jumping the gun with sacking managers. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Hopefully that answered your question there, and I appreciate you stopping by and supporting again. And yeah, guys, Manchester City versus Chelsea. Any more thoughts? What other thoughts of mine? I'm looking at this Premier League table. I want to go down to relegation now, okay? Relegation. We have Sheffield United. I think they will be relegated and will actually be the team to have the least amount of points in the Premier League. Fair enough. Patience is key. Look how well Ole is doing. Yeah, there's some truth to it. Now, what I would say about Frank, just the way I would say about Ole, is you give him... I would give Frank to the end of the season, just like I would give Ole to the end of the season, and you reevaluate then. That is key for me. That's key for me. You wait till the end of the season, right? Are Chelsea ticking the boxes? Are they top 4? Are they competitive for the title? Have they shown growth with the new group of players? Those are the boxes Lampard, for me, has got to tick by the end of the season. Just in the way that Ole has to tick some boxes. Does he win a trophy? Are United in contention for the title? Both managers have boxes to tick, and I would give them through the entirety of the season. And at the end of the season, if neither of them are top 4, then give them the boot, then rebuild. But mid-season... you can get caught up in it. You don't have the amount of time to really make a good managerial selection, and it can be a mess. And plus, Frank Lampard's a club legend. You don't want to just boot him out the door in some sort of disgusting sort of fashion. It would just be distasteful. Just distasteful as a fan of the Premier League. So, patience is what I recommend. But other Chelsea fans, like obviously Abraham in the chat here, Abraham saying, fraud lamppost out. I mean... Chelsea fans clearly not happy right now. If I've known anything from watching Chelsea fans on YouTube, such as Rory Jennings, they do not have patience. There is no patience there, and that's something Chelsea pride themselves in there. So it's gonna be interesting to see. But yeah, it's interesting to hear different perspectives on it. Footy Adventures, if you are still here, not sure if you dipped out or not. What are your thoughts on Liverpool? Who do you think will win the Premier League this year? If I am going who I think will Premier League this year, I am backing Liverpool. I picked them at the beginning of the season. I will continue to back them now. But I have to say, if I'm looking at teams contending, it's getting interesting. It's getting a little spicy right now. We're looking at, I think, serious title contenders. Liverpool, United, Leicester, Man City are all in it for me, and Tottenham as well are all title contenders. I think any one of those teams could win the Premier League. Villa for me, probably not. Everton for me, probably not. You still see too many ups and downs with those sides. Now I know Villa can move just 1 point behind they can move really close to both Liverpool and United, but still, for me, I think Liverpool are the favorites. I'm here. LFC are only close to other teams because of injuries to Van Dijk, Jota, and others at times. I think we will still win it. Yeah, I'm backing Liverpool as well, I am. But again, Liverpool uncharacteristically maybe I know they're undefeated in their last 5, but only 2 wins in their last 5. Uncharacteristically, they've had some bad performances, and it's like, normally Liverpool will have one bad match, and they'll bounce back immediately, as opposed to, right now, dropping points to West Brom, dropping points to Newcastle. I think the game against Southampton tomorrow will be telling of where Liverpool are at. It will be absolutely telling. If they come back and they smash Southampton, all right, fair enough. But if they come back against Southampton and they get beat or they drop points again, then I'd be a little concerned because that's that tip. What set Liverpool apart from other sides like United, obviously City this season, but just like United and Chelsea, is United and Chelsea, they can go on runs. You can see United and Chelsea, 10 great matches, 11 great matches. Then they have 5 bad matches. Liverpool, they'll have 10 great matches. They'll have 1 bad match. But the next match, they'll bounce back like nothing's even happened. And that's going to be key for Liverpool. And my concern with Liverpool right now is at center back. Because at some point, they've got to make a move this January, I think. It's going to be important. Because, yes, Williams has done a decent job filling in. But Fabinho's done a decent job filling in. But at some point, it'll start to wear and tear. And I think we're starting to see it a little bit. Yeah, true. We've had a dip, but I think Jurgen will get them back on track. Good to hear, Footy Adventures. It's always great hearing from you. Great insight. And yes, once again, Happy New Year. Guys, I'm going to stream for 12 more minutes or so, and then we'll call it a day roughly. Again, I appreciate all the support. We're back on the channel. And yeah, I'm excited for this channel, but I'm also very, very excited for Fergie's United fan channel. I think that channel will take off in 2021. It's a little more niche, a little more focused. I think Footy Adventures, I don't know how many people are actually here right now, but I think it's just a couple, just you and me maybe even. But I think from YouTube, being niche very much helps, and I think at times throughout YouTube on this channel, I've been too many topics, too widespread, too different. Whereas opposed to, I can still keep that on this channel, but while focusing on Manchester United, the club I love, on another channel. And I think you've seen that recently, not only with just like football touring videos, but mainly with focusing in Scotland has really been successful for you. So I don't know. And I've also seen that with my friend Inside Arsenal, Bo, as well. So, I'm excited for 2021 and Footy Adventures. I'm excited to see what you do, man. I really am. I think you're around 12, 13K subs right now. I think you could smash it, bro. I think you could seriously smash it. I'm pulling it up on my phone right now. Footy Adventures. Let's take a look here. Almost about at 13K, mate. Keep it up. I'm so excited to see what you can do. And when football and things open up a little more, to see you traveling again. So keep smashing it. I'm hoping. Hey, I'm calling it right now. Footy Adventures, 25K. 25K by the end of 2021. That's what I'm expecting for you, mate. Not everyone can perform well under pressure, says Yusuf. Very, very true, Yusuf. Very, very true. Footy Adventure says, yep, all about building an audience. Keep on uploading, mate. That's key. Cheers, man. Drop me a message after the stream. We'll be a good chat. We'll be good to chat. Yeah, definitely, mate. And yeah, take it easy, mate. Have a good one, and I appreciate you stopping by. He says lots of restrictions in the UK, so looking forward to getting back on the road. 100%. It's going to be some time. Again, we've seen COVID spike during the winter. Very unfortunate in the US, mate. It's crazy right now. But yeah, hopefully you'll be back on the road in the summer, especially for those Euros. I cannot wait. For the Euros, Footy Adventures, I'm expecting you to cover a Scotland game. I'm expecting you to be up, if they have it, in Hampden Park, covering a Scotland match. That content would be unreal. It would bang as well. So yeah. Yusuf says, only a Norwegian man who manages United can do it. Yes, sir. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is different gravy. Josh says, Liverpool are having a bad year. Their singer died. They lost all the defenders. Yeah, mate, I heard about that. That's very sad news. Gary Madsen passed away. Rest in peace. And yeah. Footy Adventure says, yes, the Euros will be mad. 100%. 100%. It'll be... Mate, and you got to be there. England, Scotland. Could you imagine? I know that's not at Hampden. That's going to be at Wembley. But mate, I honestly, that's going to be crazy. That's going to be insane. Last time England and Scotland played, that's memorable in my mind, was when Lee Griffiths had those 2 free kicks at Hampden Park. Scotland fans going crazy. And then Harry Kane had to equalize last minute. Let's not mention that part. But the Scotland fans were going crazy. Absolute limbs in the home end on that one, you get me. Yeah, we need fans for England versus Scotland. Yeah, we do need fans, but only if it can be done safely is what I want to add there. Hopefully they can do it. Hopefully they can do maybe at least even socially distanced fans, 2,000 in the stadium, some sort of fans, better than nothing. But right now with COVID, I mean, it's not looking like you can pack a stadium full of people. But yeah, hopefully by then things are starting to get sorted out. At least hopefully we're at a state where we can get 2,000 fans in the stadium. And it's very interesting with the restrictions there. It's been very strict in Scotland. I know England's gotten more strict recently, but it's been less strict in England, even though when there's more COVID in. It's very interesting how it works out. But yeah, we'll see how it plays out. All I'm saying, though, man, is Scotland. I know there's only a few of us here, so maybe I'll just go on a little Scotland rant to end the day, all right? Scotland, man, have some potential. I'm looking at this side. The Scotland team, they have the goalkeeper, fantastic, Marshall. They've got McTominay playing really good football. Tierney, I think their back three will be Tierney, Gallagher. I believe that's the bloke's name, the center back. I forget. I'm most familiar with the Scottish players in the Premier League or playing at Celtic and Rangers, but let me take a look here. Yeah, I think Scotland will actually surprise a lot of people. The issue, of course, McGinn, Robbo, those are the big names. I'm going to go through my 11 for Scotland probably right now. Why not have a bit of fun? But genuinely, my major fear for Scotland, though, is the goal scoring up top. We don't have someone who can consistently bag goals. And that's a huge worry for me. That's a huge worry. Also, very interesting news. Ryan Christie is actually linked to Arsenal right now. That could be a move that's occurring. Very interesting. Good to see. I love to see when Scottish players are making those big moves to the Premier League and just like, I don't know, the Scottish Premiership has a really bad rep. Anytime I mention it, it gets constantly disrespected, and it really does. It makes me a little livid because it's like there shouldn't be disrespect. I was having some conversations yesterday with people about Chilwell versus Tierney, and the conversation was, oh, Chilwell's got way more experience in the Premier League. Tierney's only been classed for half a season. I'm like, mate, hold up. Tierney's been classed for 5 years now. You just weren't paying attention because he was playing at Celtic, and then the arguments, the Scottish Premiership not that good. Yes, I understand the level's not that high, but the top teams like Celtic and Rangers are good sides. Rangers is a fantastic side this year, and I will back it. Bo Feekins disagrees, but I will back it. Rangers right now are better than Arsenal. I'll back that right now. 5 goals against in the Scottish Premiership. Undefeated in all competitions in the 2020-2021 Premier League. 2020-2021 season. In all competitions, Rangers are undefeated. That includes the Europa League. So, again, you can't disregard Tierney's performances while at Celtic. Winning the league every year. Being basically one of, if not their best players. Like, he's insane, and I think Scotland has some really good potential here. I'm gonna pull up who I think their 11 shall be, guys. I'm just gonna, because I think the 11 that we saw against Serbia in that match was really good, and I want to kind of cross-reference it here. I think there would be some changes for me. Again, the thing with it though is a lot of it's about form. I agree, Scottish football is class and full of history. The top league might not be as good as the bigger leagues, but the lower leagues in Scotland are better than other lower leagues. 100%, mate. Yeah, I mean, Scottish football is so cool. In the hometown my dad's from, Bowness, they have a club there, junior league club, Bowness United, and it's pretty cool. Like, just the way that communities rally around these small little football clubs. It's actually quite near Falkirk for the Adventures. You probably, depending on where you drove from, I think you're in Glasgow, so you probably didn't drive through. But if you're coming from Edinburgh, you probably would have driven past Bowness to go to Falkirk. So shout out Bowness United. You get me? Yes, Bowness. So cool how you know them. Yeah, that's the city or the town my dad's from, and I've gone back. I have family that lives there, so I go back and visit pretty regularly. So yeah, shout out Bowness. But yeah, it's a really cool area. I've driven past. I haven't been in Falkirk Stadium before, but I've driven past there multiple times. Sandra's back, our Bundesliga correspondent. Sandra saying 5-2 to Bayern. Wow, Bayern with the comeback there, going down 2-0. 5 goals. That is insane, Sandra. Shout out to them, man. Matchday vlog at Falkirk when you're back over. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hopefully in the summer, man. Hopefully I'm back in the summer. We'll see. But that was the plan, but we'll just have to wait and see now. It's supposed to be back this summer, in fact, but then COVID. But yeah, Sandro, what updates do you have us? Bundesliga correspondent Sandro. Sane having a really good game. Sandro, I don't think you were here when I mentioned this. I would love to see Callum Hudson-Odoi go to Bayern Munich. I think they're the team that could get the best out of him. He's a talent. I think he wouldn't cost that much because he hasn't been that good recently, but I think you could see he'd be a low cost, high reward player that they could turn into a special one. Footy Adventures is headed out. Good chat on here. Keep it up. Thank you, Footy Adventures. Best of luck to you. And again, Happy New Year. Take it easy, my guy. Keep grinding out the Scotland content that we all love. The scenes when Scotland wins the Euros. Mate. hey, shout out to, throwback to Ali's Tartan Army. It's gonna be mental. Hey, only real ones will know about Ali's Tartan Army, my guy, Yusuf. You get me. All right, here I'm gonna pull up my Scotland, my Scotland 11. I got a little sidetracked there, but was having a good bit of fun chatting with Footy Adventures. Our sports director always talks about Callum Hudson-Odoi like he loves him. They should, man. They should pull the trigger. I'm telling you. I think they should. All right, I think right now I would look to go. I'd go a 3-5-2. I think another interesting player that hasn't actually gotten a lot of love from Scotland in terms of gotten a lot of minutes, but he's playing really well in the Premier League is Stuart Armstrong. I think Stuart Armstrong's very underrated in my opinion. He just signed a new 3.5-year deal with Southampton, and we all know how well Southampton are doing. Stuart Armstrong, a class player from Inverness. But yeah, Marshall, of course, in goal. Rangers goalkeeper, superb saves against Celtic in the Old Firm. Sorry, Yusuf, I know you are a Celtic fan. But I go McTominay, Gallagher, and Tierney as the back three. I'd go Robertson as my left wing back. Probably O'Donnell as my right wing back. But then in the midfield, I want to see Gilmore get the start. I really do. I want to see Billy Gilmore next to. It's an interesting one. Do we drop Callum McGregor? Because Callum McGregor is one of the best players in the Scottish Premiership. Also Ryan Jack too. I would be partial to go Gilmore. I mean, it would change. Obviously, I wouldn't start Gilmore every match, but I think I want to see Gilmore play against England, man. I think he's mint, bro. He seriously is that good, and we've got to make the most of it. Like, he's 19, but he'll be ready, and he should be in the Celtics. Scotland side. I would go. It's a difficult one, but I go. All right, here's my Scotland 11 for Yusuf. I'm going Marshall in goal, McTominay right back, Gallagher center back, McTominay right center back. Restart. Scotland starting 11, 3-5-2. Marshall in goal, Scott McTominay right center back, Gallagher center back, Tierney left center back, Robertson left wing back, O'Donnell right wing back, McGinn as the 8, Gilmore as the 6. Playing next to each other. Playing as a 10, Ryan Christie. Up top, Lyndon Dykes and Ryan Fraser. Or whoever else is in good form. It depends on form with that team. I'm looking at also Lee Griffiths, Ollie McBurney. If they can find form. Any striker that's of Scottish heritage that can find form we could use. But yeah. Guys, I think that's a good place to wrap this up. It's 10:45 here. I've been streaming for 2 hours and 45 minutes. I'm going to make some posts for the FUFC News channel and maybe one for the Fergie Time podcast. And yeah, I want to say thank you so much for the support. I'm very grateful for you guys all tuning in once again. It's great to be back on this channel and expect some content on the way. Some of the ways I expect to do content on this channel, just before we go briefly, is to do live streams. And instead of posting the full live stream after I do the live stream, pull out little segments, 8-10 minute segments, that we talk about, and then post those segments for people who missed them. So I think that's the way I may move in the future on this channel, because I really want to save a lot of the scripted content I do for the United channel, because I think genuinely this may be a little confusing to you guys who don't do YouTube, but on YouTube it tends to, based on what I've watched with Footy Adventures, with my friend Bo and some others, the way YouTube tends to work the best is with a niche, and you've got to build an audience through a niche. And this channel is a little too... I know it's mainly even just focused on the Premier League, but the issue is Sheffield United fans don't care about an Arsenal video. Arsenal fans don't care about a Chelsea video. And that's part of the issue I've been having. But just know, there will be tons of content on this channel. I'm not abandoning this channel by any means. And yeah, so again, I'm so happy to be back. It's great. And after January 8th, the content will be coming like crazy until I start my new term. But right now, I'm busy with school till the 8th, but 5 days, and then I'm going all in for at least a week or two, going crazy. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the live stream, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And yeah, Manchester City versus Chelsea ends a 3-1 Manchester City win. City looking very dominant, and I will be live streaming on the second channel, Fergie's United fan channel, for the Manchester Derby on Wednesday. I will see you guys there. Thank you and take it easy. Peace.